Testing. Salute everyone. Welcome to the program. BX Sports Jedi returning to the Knicks watch along. Salute to everyone. Welcome aboard. This is the host Bronx Sports Jedi. I hope everyone can hear me out there. Salute. Had a little technical difficulties to start it off, but we'll get the game going, man. It's Friday, New York Knicks night, and we are live here from the Bronx Sports Jedi Network. And I can't wait to watch along with here. We'll have hopefully another partner in crime coming in shortly. But salute to everyone and welcome aboard, man. The Knicks trying to wrap up and go on a perfect 4-0 in the preseason, and it'll be interesting to see. We got the return of Mitchell Robinson back in the lineup. So our center is finally back here. Everyone's anticipating to view him, to see him. Hello, Maria, my good friend. I hope all is well with you. I hope that Friday was a beautiful Friday for you. And let's go Knicks and let's go Yankees as well. So I can't wait to get more news and to get that roundtable going with the Yankees. I've been saying that, but I cannot wait to talk more about the New York Yankees and their off season. But right now it's the New York Knicks. So we got the Knicks going on. We'll get ready to go for their wrap up their preseason game. They're taking their warm ups, and we shall see. Could it be a dress rehearsal for the New York Knicks, just getting everyone through acclimated and see which way they head, or will they get ready for game? See who's going to try to make the roster spots. So we shall see. We can't wait for it to get going. And I appreciate you guys here this Friday night with me here this evening. A lot of hectic stuff going on for myself, running around getting ready. Preparing but let's go Knicks. Absolutely, Maria. So it should be interesting. Should be a fun night. And what's the keys for the game tonight? Not get hurt. Get the offense flowing, getting everyone back. Dress rehearsal. Everyone should be pretty much close to shape, the best shape as possible, and come out of the final preseason game fully healthy, acclimated, knowing each other's spots, and I don't think a lot of minutes for the starters. Tonight, I think it's going to be a lot of bench play and so forth. So we shall see with that. And oh man, look at Mitchell Robinson in the warm-ups, shooting jumpers out there with a big smile to ear to ear. And bro, it puts a smile on my face from ear to ear to see Mitchell Robinson, because we definitely needed him, and we definitely anticipated his return. So we shall start the game shortly, and we shall have the watch along there. And once that tip off, we'll get the play-by-play going. So the starting lineup for the Knicks, you got Barrett, Toppin, Gibson, Kemba, Evan Fournier. That's your starting five. No Julius Randle. Of course, you got Kohl's Pope, Kyle Kuzman, Dale Gafford, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Bradley Beal is your starters for the visitors Wizards. And boy, that's ready to go once the ball starts tip off, and we're getting to call the good basketball game tonight, and we'll get going. So Obi Toppin in the starting lineup tonight. No Julius Randle. Smart move. You keep him out there. And the 6'9" forward from Dayton, second-year NBA. We're expecting a lot of good things from him going forward. So we're going to see Kemba back in there, and we'll just see what he brings and how a different Knicks team tonight than last game 3, the offense-wise. And they really missed Kemba last game, and it showed. So we shall see the Knicks pick it up and keep moving the basketball and that quick pace. So they're getting ready. We're getting ready to tip up to go. Remember, the Knicks last year took the fourth fewest threes last year, but you see a big improvement. The emphasis coming out of this training camp that the New York Knicks are going to shoot, and they're going to shoot threes, and the thing is they have the shooters surrounding everyone to shoot. And what about Taj Gibson? That revelation of Taj Gibson. Wow. To see him just come out and turn back the clock, Gibson, that was a beautiful thing to see. So we're getting ready to go. We're getting ready to tip off. I'm glad for you guys to watch along with me, and let's get this game going. And the Knicks got to start running and gunning here as they go into center court. I guess my feed is a little behind, but we'll get that situated going. And a tip-off one by Wizards. Dinwiddie gets the ball up court. Bounce past to Beal. Beal off the tee. Back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie shoots the three. And it's good. So Dinwiddie starts it off 3-0 Wizards. And Dinwiddie missed a lot of last season with that knee injury. He's trying to make a bounce back here. Now, Fournier with the ball on top of the key. Gibson passes over to Walker. Walker on top of the key. Dribbles. And passes it over to Obi Toppin on top of the three-point line. Obi double team. Passes to guy Gibson. Gibson for the top of the key. And it's good. Taj Gibson continuing his hot shooting from the other night. So 3-2. Washington up by 1. And you got the ball by Dinwiddie over to Beal. Beal. Bounce pass. Kuzman. And Kuzman with the ball. He looked like he traveled, but he didn't call it. And the Knicks, you see the defense emphasized. Obi, nice defense there. Tough shot by Barrett, And now Obi got the rebound. And right to Fournier for the top of the key. Fournier. Over to Gibson. Back to Kemba. Three-pointer from Obi Toppin from the corner. Off the mark. Rebound by the Wizards. And Beal tried to penetrate. Got caught on a foul there by Fournier. So the first foul, Evan Fournier. So inbounds pass. A three-point shot. And air ball. And that was Dinwiddie on the air ball, by the way. So Knicks ball. So here's the Knicks. Up court, over to Fournier. Fournier. Back to Kemba. Kemba, nice pass there. Three-point shot from RJ. It's good. Three-pointer. RJ Barrett. The Knicks take a 5-3 lead here. And Beal knocks a mid-range, and we're all even at 5. And bounce pass here. Turnover. Good spot there by Beal. He read that pass play right. They quickly pass this. Here goes for the drive. Kicks out. Beal for 3 and off the mark. Gibson with the ball. And another turnover. So Knicks a little sloppy here. And here's Kuzman. And over to get, and he missed it. So it looks like someone's hurt there. I'll find out who it is once my monitor clears up. Gibson, another turnover. So Knicks a little sloppy with the ball here to start this game, trying to push the pace. And Washington missed on the layup there. So not a lot of crisp basketball right now. And wow, a lot of NBA follies, like Clyde says, and it's just wow. So folly and blinding, fumbling and bumbling. Gideon with Salute City, and I send you the link to you there, my friend. And we shall go in there. And the Knicks set up their offense. And a three-pointer. Kemba Walker. Oh, actually, RJ Barrett. I can't tell from my monitor, but we'll get that going once I get the TV up there with the stream going. So Washington on offense, Beal with a drive and scores. Man, at will. Nice drive into the paint. So it's 8-7, Washington. So Knicks with the ball. Kemba brings it up. Kemba drives, touches the paint, and beautiful move. Didn't finish at the hoop, but you like to see that penetrating and cutting down, taking the ball to the hole by Kemba Walker. Phenomenal. So here's Beal. Beal swings out to the three-point, and Pope wide open. He had a lot of time. You leave a shooter a lot of time, they're gonna nail it in the NBA. So he had plenty of time there, and he makes the Knicks pay there. Washington up 10-8 here. Here's Obi Toppin. Back to Kemba. Kemba with a long three. It's good. Three-pointer. Kemba Walker. So 11-10 now, 7:50 in the first. The Knicks are 3 or 4 from three-point land. And here's a drive miss by Pope. Rebound by Gibson. Gibson to Kemba. Kemba's pushing. And here's a quick three by Fournier, and it's good. 3-pointer, Evan Fournier. So if the Knicks going to show this type of offense, wow, that's going to be exciting. So Dinwiddie comes back and he scores. So 14-2 now. The pace quickens up here in this game here. They had a little bit of sloppy play, but now they're trading hoops here. Gibson in the paint. Gibson backs in. Gibson. Oh, beautiful veteran move by Scott Gibson. Wow, Gibson is showing a turn back the clock offensive game here. Wow, bringing a point to the New York Knicks depth now in center. Wow, that's going to be a Tom Thibodeau decision. They're in a timeout right now. I'm going to elaborate on this point. You got three centers. Who do you close with at center? If Gibson is offensively scoring, wow. And James Palms, go New York, absolutely, go New York. Gideon, salute Gideon, waiting for you there. You got the invite, so absolutely. Maria, of course, come on, Nick. So salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to everyone watching. They're in a timeout now. So with the depth that the Knicks got, ask this question: Who closes at center? You got Noel, who could defend the rim. Mitchell Robinson. We don't know what he's going to bring us, but if he brings us what we think he could bring, and Taj Gibson with this offensive, I guess it's by situation. So they come back out of the timeout here. Washington in the offensive set. You got Beal of D Rose. I am a fan of D Rose too, John. I love D Rose myself. Oh, Gideon is still at work. No problem, Gideon. And there's a shot. And the Wizards, Dinwiddie again. Nice to see Dinwiddie. I was one big on Dinwiddie. For the Knicks, if they didn't get Kemba, was it on the plans? I was big on the Knicks trying to get Dinwiddie. I wanted him as a Knick, but hey, it is what it is. I got Kemba. Kemba shoots off miss. So here comes the Washington Wizards. Oh, nice defense. Nice denial by Toppin. So good active hands by Obi Toppin. And we seen year 2, a lot more confident. And of course, salute, go Knicks. And here's the three. Off the mark, Gibson shot a 3. So Gibson is trying to stretch the floor. It's on MSG, George Selden, salute. It's on MSG. If you don't have the MSG, or if you're having a problem with Xfinity in the metropolitan area, I know they're not carrying MSG. You can watch it along, and I don't know if NBA TV is carrying it. I'm not too sure. But I got it. I'm in Orlando, so I'm on the NBA League Pass, and a foul. So Gibson goes to the line. And John Palm says, Knox needs to improve. I agree with you, John. But you know what? I like what he gave us last game. He came in. He had before he was substituted, he got his 6 quick points, and he played really well down the stretch. So again, a limited time, but he was scoring. He was ready. So Rose comes in for Kemba Walker. Knicks will have it on the side, inbounding the ball with 5:46 left. And here's Fournier, pump fakes. Gibson, and here's Gibson with a shot, and that's good. Taj Gibson. So Gibson, what a revelation here. Taj Gibson, wow, phenomenal on the baseline. And here's a drive by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie dishing, and he missed there. Gibson topping second opportunities, and he had more will. Gibson and Obi Toppin were right there, hounding and bounding. And they called the foul there, but you got to like what you see there. You can see, or I can see where the foul was on R.J. Barrett over the bat, and they didn't call that one. They called a little bit a different foul. So going to the free throw line. So he's going to go shoot his first free throw. He's on the line for 2. And here's the first free throw up. He missed. So Jericho Sims, the Walls of Jericho, checks in. And it was Montrezl Harrell, by the way, at the free throw line. I apologize for that. So they missed the first free throw. He's going to shoot a second. And here comes the second free throw. And he missed both free throws. Obi Toppin with the rebound. Over to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose pushes. Rose over to RJ. RJ top of the key, being hounded by Beal. Good defense by Beal denial. So Barrett backs up. Barrett cuts over. Fournier shoots it over Fournier. Fournier shoots a three. And it's good. 3-pointer. Evan Fournier. I seen him in Orlando, living down here. Knicks fans, us as Knicks fans, we're going to like what he brings here. So 20-6, Knicks are 5 out of 7 from three-point land. Beal dancing. Beal shoots a back, throwback three, and that's off the mark. Jericho Sims with the rebound over to RJ. RJ, look at the Knicks moving up and down the court quickly. RJ, offensive foul though. So he pushed Beal right into Beal. RJ pushed right into Beal, so our offensive foul right in front of the Knicks bench. So the Wizards are going to bring it up now. So you got to like the way the Knicks offense is moving around, running and gunning. You got to like that so far here. 20-16 game. Ball with the Wizards. Avia drives. Bounce to Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell blocked by Obi Toppin. Wow, Obi Toppin rim protecting. Here comes Rose. And hits bumping the foul. And he goes to the free throw line for 2. So Vintage Rose exploded. And he got fouled there. But Toppin, what a beautiful block, man. If Obi Toppin could bring that into his next game, whenever you have Randall sit down, woo, you got to be excited, Knicks fans. So Rose to go to the free throw line. So Derek. Go for this first free throw, and that's good. So he makes the first one. Knicks 21-16 with 4:20 left in the first quarter. Final game of the preseason. Trying to get myself in regular season form with the watch-along play-by-plays. A little rusty, but we shall get it with the basketball. And Rose going to shoot his second free throw here, and that's up, and it's good. So 22-16 here. Washington brings up the ball. No Julius Randle tonight. Bounce pass here to Beal. Beal met by RJ. RJ playing some good defense here. He got picked off on the screen. A bounce pass there. Oh, and good hands there by Jericho Sims, denying the pass into the paint. And here comes the Knicks. Here's Fournier over to Jericho Sims. Jims with a bounce pass. And was he fouled? He was fouled. So you got to like the young man attacking. He got a little bit into, looks like last game, into a little bit of Thibodeau's doghouse. He didn't come back in the second half, game number 3, but I like his aggressiveness. The kid came back, and he's doing some good things on the glass. And on defense, he negated that pass, and he comes to the free throw line for his first shot, and that's good. So Kevin Knox comes in, and Alex Burks comes in. So now with Julius Randle not being tonight at the game, Toppin and Knox going to have a lot to showcase and show, and has to keep in good favor. So when Thibodeau calls his name, he's able to come out there shooting and get some minutes and not fall into that situation. Here's the second free throw by Sims. He misses it. So here comes the Wizards with the rebound. And here's a bounce pass. Oh, he's got scored. So it's 23-18. Here's Rose. The Knicks are going so quick back. And Rose, wow, vintage Rose with speed and quickness, 25-18 right now. So Rose has quick 4 points here off the bench. Here's Montrezl Harrell against Jericho Sims. Sims doing held in his own. And when Harrell, worked, Jericho made him work there. Now, it wasn't an easy bucket. So 25-20. So they're going to try to explore the rookie here. Harrell, and here's Fournier, penetrates and kicked out. Back to Fournier. Harrell's on Fournier, and Fournier stepped back 3. Bad shot, missed it. So here comes the Wizards, and good defense there. Oh, man, Knox anticipated that steal, and he knocked the ball out of bounds. So you got to like those active hands by Kevin Knox here, showing you something here. So timeout right now on the floor. Knicks up 25-20. I'm having technical difficulties. You guys hear me though? I think I'm having some difficulties there, guys. This is frozen. Guys, I'm going to redo the stream in a moment. I'm having technical difficulties. I got to shut down for a moment. I do technically apologize with it. So definitely. I'm having. Can you guys still hear me though? So I guess. So I do apologize. I'll be right back with the stream. I will have to end it for a moment and return for a moment. I'm having issues with the PC tonight, so I will be back on. Yeah, I'm freezing. I'm freezing here. I can't even see myself, EDMF. So I do apologize with that. So let me just hit that. Just follow me back here. I'll be right back. We definitely apologize with that, with the issue. So I should return in a moment. Let's see for a minute. Maybe I could make it work through here. Let's see. I'm frozen right now, so let's see something. All right, we're back. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if we could hear me here? No issues. You're in YouTube. We're here in YouTube. Okay. So apparently I'm watching an older game. So that's what it was, and I'm wondering why nothing was working. So it's because I'm watching an older game on my stream app. So that's what it was. So it was a lot of game one. So I apologize on that. So I'm like saying, why am I frozen? Why is nothing working anywhere there? So we start now the game at the Garden. I apologize there. So what a big blunder. I stepped on it really good tonight. So I got to own it. So absolutely. So if it's me, myself, I'm down for myself on that there. So we get the game on the way. So I don't know why it was going crazy here. So at EDM, what's going on? Where can we watch it? Right now, you could watch it NBA TV, MSG Network, or I don't know if I don't think ESPN is carrying it tonight. So Randall is playing. So I apologize. That was game one that I was being given by the MLB League Pass app. So we're back at the Garden here, and it's 6-3. Randall hits. So I was calling the wrong game. Look at that. So I did a John Sterling. So laugh at me. So right now 6-5, 952. Gideon, thank you, Gideon. I'm glad you told me that. So what I was doing is calling the wrong game. So right now, thank you, point from Julius. So you got to know when you make a mistake. And Fournier drives, and he was missed there. So here comes the Wizards. 9:35 there. So let me put that tick. Let me find the ticker there. And Dinwiddie hits a three. So Dinwiddie again hits the three. And I always keep saying I wanted Dinwiddie on this team, but I'm glad we got Kemba Walker. I'm glad we have Walker right now. And right now, Knicks are 3 for 4, and 1 for 2 for 3-point line, and Wizards are 3 for 4. So Wizards are shooting really good from 3-point line here in this game. So 9-12 here. So, and here's the Browns pass in the paint, and Miss Gibson calls for foul. No problem. Thank you, Gideon. I appreciate that. So right now, 9-5. Dobbs Gibson picks up a quick foul. He's going to go to the bench. And we shall see if it's Mitchell Robinson time. Yes, indeed. Mitchell Robinson is going to check in the game. So Mitchell Robinson, I can't wait to see how he looks out there. Ready once the free throw, once the official scorer buzzes in there. And here's the first free throw in. So it extends the lead to 10-5 now. So here's Mitchell Robinson getting his first action. And hopefully everything's good there for him. I can't wait to see him get a dunk tonight. Just one of alley-oop dunks. Ooh, that's going to be exciting. So here's the free throw in. So it's 11-5. Here comes Walker bringing the ball up. So the lineup is Robinson, Walker, Randall, RJ, and Fournier. Here's Fournier. And drives, kicks out to Walker, kicks up to RJ. RJ from the corner. And it's good. Three-pointer, RJ Barrett. So Washington leads 11-8 now. 8:40 in the first quarter. Dinwiddie brings up, checked by Kemba, over to Beal. Beal bounce pass. RJ swiping, good hands by RJ. Beal still dancing. He stops his dribble. Give it back to Dinwiddie. Back to Beal. Beal, top of the key. Dribbles down the paint. And Mitchell Robinson, and he altered the shot. He didn't get the block, but he altered it. And now here comes the Knicks. Julius from three. And that's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. And it's touched by Wizards last. So Knicks retained the possession. And you can see there that the way that ball movement, and you can see Fournier and Kemba quickly saw RJ with the corner of his eye. And that's the big difference of having a point guard with provisional vision on the court. Knicks inbounds. Here to Fournier, Robinson. Robinson back to Fournier. Fournier shoots out, spots up for three, off the mark. And here comes the Wizards. Kuzman pushes up over to Beal. Or is it Pope? Pope and Beal look the same. They're wearing the headbands, and I couldn't tell the height disparity. So now Beal has the game, and talking to Fournier there. Here's Beal back to Pope. Pope looked like he shuffled, and good block there by RJ Barrett has a block. Here comes RJ in the open court over to Julius. Julius off the key. He's met by Kuzman. Julius versus Kuzman. Julius with his patented move misses. Fight for the rebound. Washington comes. Here comes Dinwiddie bringing up the court. Dinwiddie foul. So Fournier hit fouls to stop the momentum. Knicks still not in the penalty there. And RJ with a nice block. Well, got a little bit of a hand. He got away with a foul there. He caught a little bit of his hand. But it goes down as a block in the books. So 21 left on the shot clock. Washington is going to inbounds. And here's the inbounds to Beal. Beal almost stepped out of bounds there, receiving that pass. RJ meets him. Beal, blocking foul, and a charge. They called it on Beal. So, wow. They called it Beal. Fournier had position, and Beal ran right into him, even though it looked like Beal got the worst of the brunt there, but he lowered his shoulder, and good call by the refs. So, Knicks possession. So, here comes Kemba, bringing it up. Here's Randall. Over to Fournier. Fournier stops the dribble. Mitchell Robinson back to Randall. Randall. Quick pass to RJ in the same corner left, and it is off the mark. And here comes the Washington want to run every time there's a missed 3-point move. Beautiful spin move by Bradley Beal, and he scores. Wow, what a nice spin move. A to Z. Salute A to Z. Knicks up 13-8 here. Here's Kemba. Stops his dribble, back to Randall, back to Kemba. Kemba shoots the three, and in and out. Almost went in. The game is 13-8. New York trailing with 6:39 left in the first. Washington with the possession. Fournier meets Woody, and he passes over to Beal. Beal to Kuzman. Kuzman drives. Sky hook, he misses it. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound. Here comes Kemba Walker. Bounce pass in the paint, and he is blocked, and still the Knicks ball. Blocked out of bounds. New York Knicks ball. So timeout the Knicks will take there. So it's good to see Mitchell Robinson getting his action, getting some NBA minutes up and down the court. You know, you saw he altered a shot there earlier from Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he tried to go in the paint, and just his presence, he didn't get to block it. It caused Dinwiddie to try to throw it up higher and alternate the shot. So that's what we were looking for to see with a Mitchell Robinson in our lineup. Alternating shots, you know, even if he doesn't get the shots, the shot blocking, but his presence alone. So salute to everyone in the chat. Salute everyone on the Friday Night Knicks. You know, it's a beautiful feel-good Friday here in the East Coast. And salute Saturday morning to everyone in the Philippines that watches and listens to us as well. So it's Saturday, 7:51 a.m. in the Philippines. And of course, it's going to be 12, close to 12 in Australia. So salute to everyone Saturday morning in those part of the region in Taiwan as well. 7:51 a.m. in Taiwan Saturday morning. So salute to everyone that watches and listens and supports the Jedi Network. I got a little bit of the gear going on. So we got, as you can see, the shirt has been made for the program. So that's up and running. That's the prototype number 1. So we shall see how I get some more printed and be able to have available soon. So salute to everyone. So right now they're in a timeout. The Knicks look good. They even though besides trailing, they're moving the ball. They want to move quick. And remember, let's see how long they're going to go for this. Down the stretch. I thought it would be a dress rehearsal with the starters, but it looks like Thibodeau is not playing games. They're trying to get these guys in shape, for what's coming up for the regular season. Remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you got to make sure, you get everyone in shape for this long marathon. And we shall see 82 game marathon this year, not the 72 game sprint that we had last season. So, it'll be interesting to see. But I want to see Mitchell Robinson, if they actually have any sets play or he's just out there, you know. And right now, Gideon wrote, we're just hacking up long balls if we were the Nets. Well, that's what Coach Thibodeau is emphasizing. He wants them to stretch the floor and shoot threes and so forth. So we shall see on that. So we come back at a timeout, 6:21 in the first quarter. Wizards up 13-8 here at the Garden, the final game of the preseason. And he goes, I know it's preseason. I think we just need more pick and rolls and mid range. Gideon, you're absolutely right because they had all this time to practice and have set plays. We just don't want them to rely on on threes and also the picks but you do gotta like Gideon that they're trying to emphasize the quick pace and moving the ball much quicker, not that slow methodical D offense that they had last year. They're picking it up on offense a little more here, much more improved. So you gotta like it at least the first 3 games. And they're moving the ball, especially the first 2 with Kemba on the court. And here's the ball, bounce pass to they inbound the ball to Fournier. Fournier, top back to RJ. RJ calling set up a play, moving motion. RJ 2-man game with RJ and Randall. Randall up on top of the key. Randall drives. Randall up in the air. That's the bad passes to throw and that ball out of bounds. So when you're up in the air, you don't want to pass. You want to make sure you know where you're going to pass. So a little sloppy play there. Turnover, New York. Washington's ball with 6:04 in the first quarter. 13-8 the game right now. Washington in the lead. Washington inbounds. So we got substitution in the game. Washington with the ball here. Beal's out over. So you got to forgive me. These are young players that I don't watch too much. Beal's still there. And here's a 3 by the backup shooting guard and fight for the rebound. RJ comes with the ball. RJ brings it up. RJ met on the right side, and here's Randall. Randall attacking, bounce pass to Kemba, quick pass to RJ. RJ, couple steps, bounce, picked up by Beal. Good defense by Beal there. Fournier, good pick by Mitchell Robinson, and they're going to call offensive foul because it was a little bit too enthusiastic. So offensive foul on Mitchell Robinson. Remember, he's learning how to play with that big 265 pounds of muscle now. So that you could tell that pick was really emphasized with a little in there. So Washington's ball. They bring it up. Washington has a quick 3, and that's good. 3-pointer from Washington. So it's 16-8. 5:14 here. Washington is shooting 4 to 6 from 3-point land. So they got to play better defense on the 3-point land. And here's Kemba. Mitchell Robinson with offensive rebound. Block. But that's what you like with Mitchell Robinson in the game. Get those offensive rebounds. Here comes Washington pushing and coast to coast. Nice in for a basket from the backup point guard. I wonder who is that young man. Washington on a 7-0 run. And Kemba calls timeout. Thibodeau wants a timeout there. Sees a 7-0 run. So quickly calls a timeout. So Washington, their bench a little bit sparked there. The Knicks just missed a couple of plays there. Mitchell Robinson tried to go back up on the offensive rebound and to no avail. And Washington took advantage. They took the ball. The young point guard went coast to coast there, and he scored on a quick bucket. He attacked the bucket before the Knicks shot blockers get back and reset. And that's what you do. You got to use your speed to your advantage and try to get quick, easy buckets there. So they're in a timeout. A little bit. It's just starting right now before we form an opinion of how the Knicks look tonight. Just a little bit sloppy play. You just times and things that you got to clean up. You can't try to pass the ball when you're in the air, especially when there's players that are moving and rotating. You don't want to throw the ball. You end up throwing the ball away like Randall did there. But other than that, they just gotta. You can see the Mitchell Robinson effect on the court. Offensive rebounding and defense. Rotating shots and so forth. So it's good to see that young man. All again back on the court. He strived, worked hard, and us as a Knicks fan, been craving to see him on there. So I'm regardless of what happened, I just want to see Mitchell Robinson come out of this game safe, healthy, feeling good, and be interesting to hear the next few days of how his recovery time is. If he's gonna have any soreness, how bad is the soreness? So that's gonna be the next step in Mitchell Robinson's return. See his recovery time and how he feels tomorrow and so forth. So we come back out of the timeout. And Once we come back at a timeout, we'll keep going. We'll definitely tell you what's going on. Maria, defense, absolutely. Prince Amukamura in the game as a visitor. The former Giant in the building. So they're still in the timeout there. Well, once they get back rolling, we'll bring it in there. And you see the fans excited buying their Knick gear, the Kemba Walker jersey. I'm waiting for the 75-year Knicks patch jersey with commemorating. I definitely want to get a Knicks jersey, 75-year anniversary jersey, but I'm going to go with Taj Gibson. Elder statesman. I really like what I'm seeing from true New Yorker through and through, and I think the jersey that on my bucket list or hope Santa brings me is a Taj Gibson jersey. That's who I want for Christmas. So coming out of the timeout there, Knicks will have the ball. They call the timeout, trying to stop a 7-0 Washington Wizard run and try to answer back of their own run. So inbound pass to Julius. Julius to Mitchell Robinson. Top of the key. Over to Rose. Rose is in the game. Rose dribbles. Bounce pass to Fournier. Good hands there. Good hands there by Avila. So Knicks ball with 8 on the shot clock. So Avila's trying to get a bounce back year too. It wasn't such. Although he finished a little good at the end, but we'll just see if he continues with that. Here's Julius from the 3 and off the mark. Robinson had a hand on that, but Avila came with the rebound. Here's Beal. Man, we're moving. And Monster Harrells off of the Knicks, and Washington retains possession, 19 on the shot clock there. So 19 on the shot clock. Here's Manu quickly about to check in. So quickly checking in for Fournier. So here comes Fournier out of the game, quickly in, bounce pass, in. Beal attacking the basket, and Monster Harrells with offensive rebound. And was it no basket? No basket. So offensive interference. Knicks ball. And a foul on Avila. And here comes inbound pass for Rose. Rose, Julius. That's the same play that happened here. We rewind for some reason. And here's Rose. Knicks down by 10 here. Rose over to Mitchell. Mitchell over to quickly jab steps, quickly dribbles, keeps his dribble into the paint. He backs out again. Rose back to quickly looking on a 3 on the shot clock. He shoots a long 3, and that's off the mark. Mitchell Robinson looked kind of weird there. Hopefully he's okay. Didn't look so hot there. And here's Beal. Beal up top of the key with a 3, but don't count. It was a foul down on the low. So Holiday, it was one of the Holiday brothers. So that's who came in. Okay, so that's who finally got to see who was the one that was scoring, causing havoc. And inbounds for Washington. Washington inbounds here. The Holiday top dribbles, shoots mid-range. It's good. So now 20-8 now. Washington, 350 in the first. So Washington is 7 out of 13. Knicks are 3 for 16. They got to pick it up here. Here's who could come up as a spark here for the Knicks. Here's RJ. Good block there by Bertans there. Good block on RJ Barrett. He tried to go for the bucket and he got blocked. And here comes Washington. Beal to Harrell. Back to Beal. Beal sets for 3 and it's good. 3-pointer for Bradley Beal, and it's 23-8 right here. So Wizards on a 12-0 run. Here's Rose picked up by Holiday. Julius Rose for the floater, and it's good. So the Knicks break the drought, 23-10 now. So the 12-0 drought is over. Bradley Beal sticks back 3, and that's in and out. Julius Randle with the rebound. Julius brings it up the court. Julius bounce pass to RJ. RJ with the ball. RJ bounce. RJ against and he called an offensive foul on Beal on RJ. Beal held his position there. So RJ's pleading his case to the ref. He goes, "What am I? I'm just backing him down slowly. I'm not bumping into him." And it was a little bit of a flop. So a little veteran move there by Beal. So RJ comes out of the game. Here comes Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes in the game. So we got a Grimes sighting tonight. We got a Knox. There we go. We have a Grimes sighting, actually. And Bertans off the key. Picked up by Grimes. Grimes on a switch. Grimes on Dinwiddie. And Grimes another switch. Kuzman back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie shoots a three. And that's off the mark. Grimes with the rebound. Pushes off to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose brings it back up shortly. Slows it down there. And, that's off the mark. Dinwiddie with the ball. And here's a pass to Kuzman for a three-pointer, wide open. And that's off the mark. Mitchell Robinson with a rebound. So he grabbed that rebound with emphasis with two hands. Here's Randall over to Rose. Rose bounce pass to Rich Robinson. And no foul. Wow, Robinson missed it. Robinson with a back rebound. And he dunks the ball in. Mitchell Robinson is back, baby. Yes. So Robinson with the dunk, 23-12. It's good to see that young man get his first bucket in the preseason back after that injury. Here's Kuzman and almost blocked, but Harrell left Harrell all alone there. So Robinson committed to go for the block. Kuzman missed the shot, but left Montez Harrell all wide open there. Here's Rose, and he's hit there and a foul. So Derrick Rose trying to complete a three-point play conventional. So he goes to the line for one. So Rose attacking Dinwiddie. Yes, he swiped and hacked him, and he was called for the foul. So then now you see that nice bounce pass there for Mitchell Robinson with time and get his timing. That's going to be easy peasy, but he's strong. He's showing and flexing on that replay when he dunked. He goes, "I'm back, baby." So Mitchell Robinson, good to see him. So Derrick Rose is about to try to complete his three-point play here. Washington up 25-14 here, a minute 29 in the first quarter. Mitchell Robinson comes out to a nice hand from the crowd and good play there. Rose going to shoot his free throw. Trying to complete a three-point play. Gibson is returned for Robinson, and it's good. So three-point play there. They're checking to make sure he's okay. He said he's fine. I read his lips there when the camera went to him there. And here's Washington on offense. Bertans picked up by Grimes, and Obi Toppin's back in the game. Montez Harrell picked up by Gibson. Deflected off the Washington. Turnover by the Wizards. Knicks ball. 25-15 with a minute 16 in the first quarter. Fourth game of the preseason here. So sign inbounds by Gibson to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose bringing up past court three. Back to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin to Rose. Down to Rose. Rose kicks out to Grimes. Grimes shoots the three. And my foot froze. Wow, this is when you deal with live streaming. And he misses. So rebound comes Washington with a minute left. And here's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie picked up by Gibson. Dinwiddie backs out. Harrell is picked up by Toppin, and good cut by Avila, and he was called for a foul. So he bowled over quickly was called for a foul there on a cut play there. So it's nice to see even though it's not the Knicks, the cut pass, the give and go, something I haven't seen in a while in this modern day NBA. So the give and go with Avila there, and he's going to be rewarded in the free throw line for two. So then Avila coming in there, last season, 6 points in 23 minutes. The 9th pick of the 2020 draft overall last season. He's going to go up to the line for one, and he misses his first free throw. He's got one more coming left. They're up by 10, 25-15 with 50 seconds in the first quarter. Quentin Grimes is in the game, folks. So they're going to see what the young rookie has. No McBride yet. And here's the second free throw. It's good. So he hits 1 or 2 there. And it's 26-15 with 45 seconds and counting. Knicks have the ball quickly over to Toppin. Back to Rose. Rose fires up a three off the mark. Monta Harris with the rebound. So here comes Dinwiddie. The Wizards could go 2 for 1 here. Dinwiddie shoots the three. and that's off air ball. So Knicks will have it. 29.7 seconds left, and Grimes in the game. Want to see that young man do well quickly. Gets the ball quickly, passes over to Grimes. Grimes wide open for a three, and it's in and out. So he missed. He's 0 for 2 for three-point land. In the final seconds here, final possession in the first quarter, 26-15 the game. Dinwiddie's going to take it down. Rose, Whitty, back to Montel, and he shoots a long jumper from the foul line off the mark, and that's it. It's over. First quarter comes to a conclusion. The Knicks trail 26-15 there. A little sloppy play by the Knicks in the offense. They're not shooting the ball well. And they just got to start they got to keep it more simple. A lot more cutbacks, like Gideon was saying, G-Money was saying, they need to make it a little more pick and roll, and they need, more and mid-range. Gideon put it there. It's preseason, but I think we need more of that. Gideon, your point and your emphasis was well said earlier, and it shows in this game here. So Cooper, salute to Cooper. Cooper's in the building. Oh, man, your arm's still hurting, man. Oh, dude, I hope you feel better. Did you get x-rays? Did you go to the doctor, make sure nothing's broken or any ligament damage? Young man, I hope you recover, my friend. And I know you got a big game tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or tonight? I think it's tomorrow. The Red Sox. No, it's later. It's Red Sox and Houston. First game of the ALCS. So I know his Red Sox are in the American League Championship Series as Heels Houston Astros there. And right now, the first quarter comes to an end. Definitely want to see let's take a look at the stats. If I get the stats pulled up here real quick, I'll give you some stats from the first quarter. And here we go. First quarter stats. The Knicks were 6 for 24, a 25% field goal. That's not really good. That's not kosher basketball. They were 16% from three-point land, 2 out of 12. And they were good on the free throws, but oof. Washington, by the way, shooting 42.9%. They're 9 of 21 free throw. They were 5 out of 11 from three-point land, 45%, 45.5%. And it's 50% from the three-point land. The Knicks were trailing right now. The rebounds 15-13, although the Knicks have more offensive, 2-1 on the offensive rebound category. Washington, though, this is a stat that's weird. They have 4 block shots to the Knicks 1, and they're leading. And Washington's playing little unselfish basketball. They got 6 assists. 6 out of their 9 field goals all comes with assists, and the Knicks are 2. 2 out of the last 6 have assists on those. So we got to pick that, and the turnover ratio. The Knicks have 5 turnovers in the first quarter. They only had 3 in a game. When they first started preseason. In the first preseason game, they only so. They got to clean that up there. And then the points of the paint is even 6 apiece. And now we can start the second quarter. And here comes the ball. Knicks with the ball. Derrick Rose, Gibson, Toppin on the floor with Grimes and Quickly. Derrick Rose to Gibson, 2-man game, and he's hit with a foul. So Gibson, nice aggressive move. You see that nice 2-man game there by Rose and Gibson. And he's going to go to the free throw line, rewarded with a shot to the line. And that's what you got to do. You got to go attack the free throw line. So Gibson, ready to shoot some threes. Some free throws. And Gibson with the first one. And that's good. So 26-16 right now, 10-point game. It's still early. Just started the second quarter. Gibson shooting the second one, and that's good. So he hits both fair free throws. And the Knicks 3 for 3 from free throw land. And Quickly picks up his dribbler. And good defense, balled out by Quickly there. Kuzman with the ball on top of the key guarded by Obi. Now Dinwiddie and Rose. Screen here. Gibson follows Dinwiddie. About pass. And now good defense by Quickly. And now Kuzman has to shoot a wide 3-pointer from and he off the mark. Pretty deep 3-pointer. Grimes quickly moved it. Pause back to Gibson. Back to Obi. Obi back to Quickly. Quickly from the top of the key. He shoots a 3. And that's off the mark. Rebound by Washington. So you got to set up. You got to know when to hit those bigger 3-pointers. Here's Dinwiddie, and he was hit for a foul. So Spencer will go to the free throw line. So Dinwiddie trying to go to the strike, trying to get some free points here. He's going to shoot his first free throw, and he's up, and it's good. So he hits the first one. He has another one coming. 27-17 here. 11:04 in the second quarter. Final game in the preseason. New York Knicks basketball. So and he's good. Dinwiddie hits a pair of free throws. 28-17. Gibson back to Rose. Rose is going to bring the ball up slowly as they set. Grimes on a cut. Here back to Toppin. Quick release by Rose off the key, and it's good. So nice off the curl for Rose, and he gets a point there. So it's 19-28. Dinwiddie passes Rose, kick pass out, and here's a 3-pointer, and that's off the mark. Good fight for the rebound, but it's going to be loose ball foul on Taj Gibson. Not happy with the call there, although both were being wrapped up there, and Taj was called for being a little bit over aggressive. Not happy with the call there, irate as he walks up the court upset, and Thibodeau as well. So we'll see the play there. And both guys were battling. Both were battling, and Gibson pretty much had it could be a questionable call there, the interpretation of the ref there. So Taj will sit down. Robinson's back up. Give and go to Kuzma, and he slams. Man, backdoor cut. So that was a nice play off the inbounds. 30-28 right now. Washington, and here comes quickly off the key, quickly bounce pass, keeps his dribble, quickly with a shot, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Wow, so the refs are calling it tight there. With 10:22, and quickly, oh, I saw the elbow. It was an elbow, so quickly did push an elbow, so that's why they call the foul there. So here's third personal on Ryan Quickly, still out there. So they're keeping him in the game. Tibbs is trusting him not to pick up, even though it's preseason. Dinwiddie with a nice drive and an alley-oop play. So a little bit shades of the Hawks there with Turner going to the basket and the center following, trailing. So 32-19 right now. So here's Rose to Grimes. Grimes open in the 3, and that's good. So the rookie gets his 3-pointer in this game, his first 3 of the game. And they call a timeout. So Quentin Grimes in the nick of time hits a 3-pointer there. 32-22, timeout, Washington. So that was the play there with Dinwiddie alley-oop. So they tried it, they seen it. So the Knicks got to show the league coming out in the regular season that teams are not going to be able to do that, run that play on them more. They got to be prepared. They got to well defend it. Because I think a lot of teams are going to try to play that on the Knicks. It worked. You saw it won a series for the Atlanta Hawks last season, and I think that's what teams are going to try to exploit the Knicks in the first half, and at least in the beginning of the season, until they make the adjustments or the proper adjustments and show teams that they can't come in here to run that same play on the Knicks. So they're in a commercial break here. So the Knicks offense looks a little more lethargic. It looks last game too. They were a little sluggish. They weren't so enthusiastically playing so crisp. They were and sloppy. And this game, you're starting to see the same thing here. A bit of a concern because the first 2 games of the preseason they were really good. They were sharp. They were crisp. They were smooth. And you want the opposite effect if you're a Knicks. But it's preseason. Starting Wednesday, it's a clean slate, so hopefully you get back into that good rhythm, good habits of playing that crisp, clean game against the Celtics and so forth when it counts. So we'll come back from the timeout, and once we get ready there, we'll keep calling the games. They're still in the commercial break. And they're actually showing the Radio City Rockettes, so Christmas is in the air already. Wow, the year is almost through. So they come back from the timeout. You can still gonna have quickly. It's Interesting that they're going to still keep Quickly out there with 3 personal fouls on the court. This is now is the time really to play McBride, if you ask me, in my opinion. Put McBride in here. You're 3-0 in the postseason, big deal. You're not going to win a trophy for going 4-0 in the preseason. Just play him. Let's see what the kid's got on some NBA time here. But I understand why Thibodeau's doing as well. He wants to get them in basketball shape. There's only 4 preseason games. He wants to make sure they're top condition. Like you said, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So off the timeout, Thibodeau is giving the referee a good yelling, and also on Obi Toppin. He got into Obi Toppin there. So we shall see going forward. They still haven't come out from the timeout. They're running a press conference today. The Knicks had a press conference. Deion Rose spoke and so forth. There'll be plenty of Knicks content creators that are going to break that down and all the ramifications of that. We'll have our roundtable show on the podcast on the audio Spotify coming up soon about that. So here's Toppin, thrown over by Washington. Knicks ball. Rose bringing it up. You got Toppin, Quickly, Robinson, and Grimes on the floor. So youth, except for the veteran Rose. And here's Grimes. Grimes, mid-range jumper, and in and out. So, kid, you can see a little nervousness in Grimes. The game might be moving a little quickly for him, and he's just going to have to slow down. Ooh, good play again. The same exact play that Washington ran with the floater with the center and shades of the Atlanta Hawks. So they're taking a little play out of the playbook there. So it'll be interesting how they played. And Rose bounced past Banks went in. So it's 24-34, 10-point game, 9 minutes in the second quarter. And can the Knicks young guys together, the Yankee unit, cut this deficit down to 6-5 when the starters come in? And here's Dinwiddie. Wow, what havoc. It looks good going to the hole there, and he gets a basket, 36-24. Dinwiddie looks good. And, nice alley-oop to Obi Toppin. He used the force. Yes. And he dunks it in. So 10-point game there. And here's Bertans with a long 3. That's a bad 3. That fight for the rebound. Robinson swipes it to Rose. Rose attacking. Rose to Quickly with a floater. And that's good. So Quickly with a floater. Knicks cut it quickly to 8-point games. No pun intended. 8-13 in the second. And he's picked up quickly. Picks up his man. So Dinwiddie and they got trapped in. Dinwiddie's trying to take over, and he scores. Wow, Dinwiddie looks in phenomenal fashion. No ill effects of his injury. Here's Quickly. Quickly comes back with a 3, and it's off the mark. Here comes Kuzman. Knicks trail by 10. Kuzman with the ball picked up. And here's Bertans with a quick and shoot release. He's 0 for 2 there. Not too good shots for him. And here comes Quickly on the court. Quickly to Rose. Rose slows it down. Rose is going to take a 3 himself. That's off the mark. Mitchell Robinson fights a rebound. Mitchell Robinson with an offensive rebound. Back up to Grimes. Grimes with a jump, and he's off the mark. Obi Toppin with an offensive rebound. So this is what you like to see, the offensive rebound by Robinson and Obi Toppin. Here's Rose. And he gets met, and off the Washington, smart veteran play by Rose, hitting it off the Washington defender. So Knicks ball have it with 4 seconds and 4.4 seconds on the clock. Grimes comes out for Evan Fournier. So Grimes, they looked good there. But if you're gonna play this lineup, you're gonna expect offensive rebounds from these two monsters. Robinson and Obi Toppin have a lot of athleticism there. So 4.4. Rose is gonna inbounds to see what the play they're gonna have here. Toppin over to Quickly jumps up and shoots, and off the mark, and it's good. Off the glass. 3-pointer, Manuel Quickly. Whoa, 38-31. And here's Bertans with a shot, and that's off the mark. Boy, Bertans is shooting them out. Shooting the Knicks back in this game with his bad shooting. Out of bounds, Knicks ball. So the Knicks cut it quickly down to 7 points. So Quickly, and one guy who could hoist it and off the glass is Quickly. So you got to like him. He could hit it from anywhere. Yeah, salute. Salute, Jose, salute. Fournier needs to box out. Oh, yeah, that too. I agree with you. And here comes Quickly in the court, and Mitchell Robinson with another offensive rebound, blocked by Montrezl Harris, but the Knicks ball. So Mitchell Robinson starting to assert himself in the offensive glass in the paint. That's a beautiful sight for Knicks fans to see Mitchell Robinson back there blocking out. And Fournier needs to block out. Yeah. He needs to box out. I agree with you, Jose Garcia. Salute. Salute. So we got substitution. Caldwell Pope comes back in the game for the Wizards. And they took out Bertans. So Bertans is, terrible shooting. Here's Aubrey Hobson. He got Avila on him. He could have went strong. He could have gotten into the free throw line, but he decided to take the ball back. And then Obi Toppin was some nice move and misses, but that was a nice move. He thought he was fouled there. And Thibodeau is not liking the ref's call tonight. And here's Rose picked up by Holiday. Holiday with a one-handed off the glass. It's good. Holiday with a spectacular bucket there. 40-31 there. So here's Rose. Knicks try to cut it, and Washington answers right back. And here's Rose back to Toppin. Toppin back to Quickly. Quickly thought about it. He's driving. Here's a floater. And alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson cleans that up. Oh, baby, good to see you again, Mr. Robinson neighborhood. 40-33. Robinson. Get out because you're going to get caught. And he picked up Harold. And bounce pass to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope to Avila. Avila. And here's the penetrating. And block. And no, in nice basket. Up and in. So Washington 42-33. Nice play there. Quick pace here. Quickly over back to Toppin. Back to Quickly the ball. He's asking Mitchell to give him a pick, but he kept the ball himself. Mitchell Robinson with the ball. Pass it to Fournier. Fournier bounce pass. He still keeps his dribble. And he tried to feed Mitchell Robinson there, but the pass was too low. Back comes Washington. Washington going to go try to set up, and he's out of bounds. Washington ball, Nick ball. So good defense there. Hit off the knee, and they're showing the Mitchell Robinson play there, and he just cleaned it up on the alley-oop there. Beautiful. That's what the Knicks missed last in the playoffs here. Quickly comes out to a nice play. Obi Toppin comes out. Rose comes out. So a wholesale substitution, pretty much. Randall Walker's back in the game. Actually, it's Washington's possession, so it was off the Knicks. So you got Fournier, Gibson, Rose, Walker, and Julius. So it's interesting. They're going to keep Rose and Walker. First time we see both of them out there. So here's Holiday. And wow, he ate Walker's lunch there. Holiday's a bit quicker. He's been giving the Knicks a little bit of fit there. So this is the first time we see Rose and Fournier on the preseason together. Walker kicks up a dribble to Randall. Rose jab step. Rose attacking, blocked by Montes Harrell, which one were out of bounds. So 4:59 with 9 on the shot clock. And Rose attacking. Rose is going there, and you'll see the replay. Montes Harrell just met him there at the rim. And of course, Drew Cruz, what's going on, Bear? Defense is key. I agree with you. Bounce pass in there. Randall off the wing. It's good. Julius Randall with the mid-range jumper. Knicks trail 44-35. 4:50 in the second quarter. Here's Holiday. Holiday stops. Mid-range jumper off in and out. Randall with the ball. Here comes over to Walker. Walker in the court. Walker bouncing. Taj Gibson with a pick. Walker with a three-pointer. Three-pointer. Kemba Walker. So 38-44 with 4:30 in the second quarter. Washington with the possession. Washington. Bounce pass. Good defense. Holiday picked up by Walker. Holiday with the bounce. Holiday trying to attack the rim. Holiday got some nice move. What a play by Holiday there. Wow. Holiday's come to ball tonight for Washington. Here's Kemba. Ooh, nice crossover by Kemba. Kemba stops at the top of the paint, and it's good. So Kemba Walker. Wow, quick pace of the game. Absolutely. So a little tongue-tied myself here, but it's a quick pace here. Montes Harrell with the ball. Over, and he's going to shoot a three-pointer, and that's good. And that's a three-pointer there from Neto. Neto with the three-pointer, the 49-40. So Washington is 6 of 17 for three-point line. Knicks are 5 for 19. Kemba, the foul was called there on Avila, being a little bit over aggressive over the pick. But Holiday, man, what a play. And Kemba just, oh, man, with the beautiful crossover into the paint. And, boy, nice move there. But now in the inbounds to play to Gibson over to Fournier. Fournier's come off the key, three-pointer, off the mark. Holiday with the rebound. Holiday brings it up court. Picked up by Walker. Holiday keeps his dribble. Passes to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope to Neto. Neto bounce pass, driving, kicks it out to Avila. Avila, top of the key three. It's good. So Avila hits a three-pointer, extends the lead of 52-40 with 3:15 left in the half. And here's RJ. RJ's back in the game. RJ bounce pass. RJ attacks the glass. Beautiful move by RJ Barrett. So RJ attacking the glass, 52-42, took advantage of the mismatch on Nito. Much taller, much stronger. So nice to see the young man exploit that. Here's Harrell on top of the key. Harrell over to Avila. Avila top of the key. Passes Randall. Bounce pass to Nito. And Nito scores. The smallest man in the paint. Got the bucket. So it's 54-42 now. And here's Kemba. Kemba over to RJ. Back to Julius. And back to RJ. Knicks want to cut this deficit and get on a run of their own and foul on Holiday. Top of the key. So timeout on the floor. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Wizards up 54-42 here on BX Sports Jedi Network. Watch along. The Return of the Knicks podcast and watch along program. We have our podcast. We do roundtable discussions on the New York Knicks, with the season, break down the games, what are our thoughts, and with myself, Chef Dan, and we have others, that come and contribute. We invite them in for guests. Jerome Peralta, salute, man. Happy Saturday morning. Jerome out there in the Philippines, salute, my friend. I hope all's well with you. And we do have the podcast available on Spotify, all the different podcast platforms, Podbean, Beansprout, Buzzsprout, all the different platforms. We're there. We just type Bronx Sports Jedi Network. We come up and we do one daily. And the Red Sox do play today. Okay, Cooper, thank you for letting us know there. We'll keep us updated on the score if we're on the air with that. We'd love to know between and I am here. Salute to you, I am here. We know that you're always a big supporter of the program, and I know you're nervously watching your Houston Astros going to play the Red Sox. And Jerome enjoying his day off. Well-deserved day off, Jerome. Enjoy it. I'm glad you're here with me on your Saturday morning, watching along. And definitely, man, salute to you. I appreciate you, my friend. Always supporting the program, no matter what platform, what sport we're speaking and or covering. You're there, and we appreciate Cooper as well. Everyone that supports the Bronx Sports Jedi Network. I definitely humbly thank you, Maria, as well. Definitely enjoyed. Miss you guys when talking about the Yankees or watch along Yankees and getting excited with them. But we got the Knicks here. I know, Jerome, you're a Lakers fan. Your Lakers, preseason is only preseason. Don't be bummed if they're, not looking as sharp as they're normally supposed to. But, like we said, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And there's too much talent on that Laker team, too, to what we've seen in preseason. So, Jerome, I know to your Lakers, they'll be fine. They'll be much more fun. They have the best player in the world. They have one of the top 25 scorers in the game. In Melo Anthony, you've got they Russell Westbrook triple double machine. They'll be fine, Jerome. I know you're a big Laker fan. So they're still coming out of the timeout here in Madison Square Garden, and just to see Taj Gibson turn back the clock, man, it's so pleasant. It's a treat to me. I think it's such a treat to see him play and what he brings on the court. And also the depth that he's providing the Knicks at center position, in case Nolan Sowell's knees, he has tendonitis from time to time in a let's say game 25 and he needs a couple of days for tendonitis. You don't lose nothing by bringing in, Taj Gibson. It all depends on the matchup. So what a depth situation the New York Knicks has there. But right now we inbound the ball here. So RJ into Randall, two-man game here. Randall backs up Kuzma. Randall turns, shoots off the mark. So rebound by Holiday into Dinwiddie. So Holiday and Dinwiddie is in the backcourt by Kuzma. Now Dinwiddie quickly shoots a three, and it's good. So Dinwiddie, between Holiday and Dinwiddie, they look good tonight. And it's 57-42. And you add a Bradley Beal, oof. And Washington is a surprise team for me in the East. We'll break that down on our watch along over and unders on the podcast and the Return of the Knicks podcast. And maybe we'll do the program as well on YouTube as well. So here's Kuzma. Kuzma got picked up by Randall, and here's a shot and hits it. So the center showing some range here. So 59-42. One thing the Knicks are gonna give up 60 points before the half. That's not good. and RJ pass up a three, and Richard Robinson with the offensive rebound, stripped, saved by Holiday. Here comes the Wizards. Called up Pope over to Kuzman, and Holiday over to Kuzman. Kuzman drives and floater misses. Fight for the rebound. Julius Randle, and off of Randle turns the ball over. Got a little careless with his dribble, bounced the ball right off his heel. So Washington's ball with 1:07 before the half, and Woody with the ball here. Robertson is guarding the center, and Holiday off his hands. Kemba picks up the rebound, and he got Julius. Julius give and go, and he's blocked. And was it a foul? No, it's goaltending. So, but no, basket will count. The Knicks 44-59. So the basket counts. 53 seconds, 53.1 seconds left. Dinwiddie gets the ball, bringing it up. RJ puts a little pressure, full court pressure. RJ picks him up. Dinwiddie brings the ball back up. Dinwiddie bounce pass to the center. Here, Fournier with good hands. And here comes the Knicks. Walker brings up the court. He's trying to accelerate a little bit, puts on the Jets. Walker to the glass, and he hits it, and a foul. So Kemba Walker, yes indeed, exciting. Boy, he turned the afterburners there. He just went and he just took advantage of Holiday's aggressiveness, and he took him to school. So he's going to get to go to the free throw line for a conventional 3-point play. So here's Kemba trying to complete the 3-point play here with 34.6, and it's up and it's good. So he completes it. 59-47, 30 seconds left here. Kemba Walker with 8 points, 3 of 8 from the field. So Holiday, Dinwiddie picked up by RJ, over to Holiday. Holiday tries to drive. Holiday drives, and he hits for the foul, and he's going to the free throw line. So nice move there. Holiday wants to imposing his will on the drive there to the basket. So you give him some space, and you dare him to shoot the three, but when you're trying to close up on the three, he just blows by you. You know, the Washington Wizards guards, they have speed in the backcourt, and that's what they're trying to do here. Here's Holiday with his first free throw, and he hits it, 60-47. So the Knicks have given up 60 points here before the half. I know that's something Thibodeau is going to emphasize to kind of clean up going forward. And here's the second free throw, and that's off the mark. So Julius with the rebound. Julius going to bring it up slowly. Well, the final possession of the half, Julius. 8 seconds on the clock, and foul. That's a silly foul by Kuzman. Setting a pick and with authority there to Kemba. Not a smart play, young man, so that's going to send Kemba to the line for 2. I'm picking Kuzman to have a great season this year. Maria says, let's go Knicks. Yes, indeed, Maria. So Kemba Walker to the line. Kemba going to shoot his first free throw. And here it comes. It's good. So he still has one left there. 9 points now for Kemba Walker. So I'm thinking Kuzman's going to be a borderline all-star. I'm picking, I really like this Wizards team. So Kemba, 9 points, 3 of 8 with 4 assists. And here's his 10-point, and it's in. So Kemba with double figures before the half. Dinwiddie brings it up court. 2 seconds on the clock. Kuzma for a long 3 and off the rim. So at the half, Washington up 60-49 here. So I know Thibodeau's going to emphasize to clean up the defense. The Knicks. I'll give you the numbers in a second. Now let me find them. And 60 points. That's the only thing that kind of worries me. They're giving up 60 points, and it's only preseason. I understand, but you wanted them to get in good habits. There are too many. The Washington guards are getting too much to the hole, taking the ball with speed down the hole. And also the plays that we saw the Atlanta Hawks do time and time against the Knicks with the going to the basket with the floater or the alley-oop with the center. They have to play a better defense and defend that much more crisper. And the Knicks shot 36.5%, 19 of 52. The Wizards 53.5% on the road. So that's a good number for the Wizards. They're 23 out of 43 from the field. The Knicks are 23.8% from 3-point land, 5 out of 21, and the Wizards are shooting 40% on the road from 3-point land. The Knicks are trailing 60-49 at the half, 60-49 at the half, and the free throws. The Knicks are perfect from the free throw line. That's why it's a little bit closer to the game, closer game that it is. Although they only been to the free throw 6 times, but they're 6 of 6 from the 3-point from the free throw line, and the Wizards are 60%. They're 6 of 10. So that is that's a big favor in the Knicks there. And the rebounds are the same, 23 rebounds apiece. Hey, Davar, what's going on? Yes, what's going on, man? I'm good, man. Thanks for always supporting. Have a great weekend as well. I can't wait for the Bombers. I can't wait also to be calling the balls and strikes and talking about the Yankees. I miss talking about the Yankees. I miss the camaraderie of you guys. But I appreciate seeing you guys here on every platform that I do any of the program, even if it's for a few seconds to say hello to me. It makes my day to see you guys and know that you guys are okay and you're here. And I can say you guys are the Jedi family. And I love it. Robert Parr, another part of the family. Salute my guy, man. Salute, boom, Robert Parr. Yes, indeed. Guys, I got the prototype. It's just the prototype. Hopefully, I get some made, and these are coming your way, Davar and Bear Park, and I hope you guys see it on what's on tonight. Definitely. This is, and the baseball one is coming as well, Davar. You got first ones for that. So Robert Parr, I know yours is on its way, Robert Parr. So it's coming, my man. So you know that. I gotta get with you for the information. So definitely. The defense, the defense looks a little bit off, Robert. You know, thank you, Robert Parr. Designed by yours truly here. So, I'm just hopefully I find someone here in Central Florida to start mass producing these and do them, and definitely. So, Rob, what's up with our defense? Robert, and all the Knicks folks that are listening and watching. Let's say the great part first. Great to see Mitchell Robinson back on the court, getting the offensive rebounds. Getting the stuff. We're only missing is a Mitchell Robinson block. But other than that, man, isn't that a freaking nice revelation to see him back on the floor and see him, just being on the floor, in some capacity, impacting. I feel great there. No, thank you, Dave. I can't wait to design for the baseball one. I'm gonna have the baseball something with Yankees and stuff, and definitely watch along. So don't worry, Dave. I saved the PO box, and there'll be one in your PO box definitely there, my friend. And yeah, Mitchell played a bit. And Evan Fournier, 1 rebound, no points in 15 minutes. I'm concerned. ERMD, he can't living here and watching the Armando Magics. He tends to get to those games because this is what Evan Fournier knows. He knows his role. When I mean he knows his role, he knows he knows he's the third fiddle on this team. But when the team needs him to step up and be a second or sometimes a lead, he will take that. If they allow him to, he'll take that range. In Orlando, remember, he had Vucevic, number one guy. Then they wanted to bring Aaron Gordon as the number 2, and he was fine with the number 3. And then last year when they had all those guys, and they had Jonathan Isaac as well. So he knew, all right, he knows his role. He's not the type of player that would step on his other teammates' toes. But when it's called upon, if they need him to be a scorer aggressively, this man will step up to it. And we saw it in Team France over the Olympics and so forth. But I think he knows his role. He's trying to, and also it's preseason. You don't want to give the NBA a full scouting report on what to expect coming into the regular season either. Elements of pride. What your limitations and what your strengths are. Maybe I don't know. That's just me being a little cynical about it. Don't show all your hands. You don't show everything. In preseason, you wait for the regular season, so there won't be a scouting report, and you could take teams by a little bit by surprise because if you know what's coming, there's a saying in war. If a war's coming, you're not gonna have soldiers to die. War is uninspected, and unfortunately, that's I know that's a crazy metaphor with that, but when if everyone knows, you prepare. You don't, you catch people off guard. In my opinion, the element of surprise. And long story short, with that one. So we shall see with the Knicks. What adjustments they make at the half. It's good to see Quentin Grimes. So what's your thoughts on Quentin Grimes coming off the bench? Shooting and playing more than 10 minutes. Although we like now second half. Um, quickly got in some foul trouble. I thought he kept quickly out there little too much with 3 fouls. He should have brought in a little bit of McBride at least, just to endear the home crowd. I know the home crowd they love McBride. They like what they see with McBride. Play him a little bit. Play him here. It's a preseason game anyway. We shall see there. Oh, of course, he goes here. Since we've been friends a short time, what's your team? Giants, Jets. I root Dave. I root for both Jets and Giants. I'm a Giant fan. I don't. But when the Jets play the Giants, full discrepancy, I do root for the Jets first, and then the Giants. But I love the Giants. Trust me, I know my history of the New York Giants. I bleed the blue. The Giants blue, but I am a Jet fan. Unfortunately, a suffering Jet fan. Going through all the worst situation. 49er fan, absolutely okay. I can see that. 49er fan, Montana. You got Montana to Steve Young, phenomenal. Actually, when I first got into football, I was a big Cincinnati Bengals fan, huge Cincinnati Bengals fan. For the first few years. Then Boomer came over to the Jets, fortunately, and then I started liking the Jets, not because of Boomer, because of the Jets. I'm actually a Jet fan. A quick story to jump off topic. We're at halftime here, and the Knicks trail here, and then we'll get back to the basketball. I became a Jet fan because I don't know if you remember Flash Gordon, the comic movie, the live action comic movie with Queen as they played the soundtrack. And the guy, the Flash Gordon, wear a Jet jersey, a Jet. He was a Jet quarterback, Flash Gordon. And I got a and when I had to pick, that's why I'm a Jet fan because of the Flash Gordon reference. And I know it sounds goofy, but that's what you asked me for. Which one? That's why I'm more of a Jet than a Giant fan. Though I've seen the Giants win tons of Super Bowl, '86 and so forth. '86, 99, the one they lost with Seahorn and company and Collins. Of course, the famous Buffalo Bill Super Bowl, and of course the two against the Patriots. How can you not forget those? So the Giants brought a lot of joy to me. So I like that. But that's why I'm a Jet fan first because of that Flash Gordon movie. That's a funny, ironic situation there. So they're at the half here. We'll get back there. We're back to the basketball. I know Wednesday, the home opener, we'll do the watch along here. Uh, we'll see if we're simulcast with Knicks Real Talk, where program where I'm from, that I came from, that I gave birth to, that allow me to speak about basketball. And we'll just see, we'll see if we're going to still simulcast. He's going to be my partner. Divine will be in the building, in the garden, at the home opener, along with in the suite, along with MBK, Queens Court, KW, everyone in there. So they'll be there, live in person. And then the following game too, myself, the Jedi wife, the family will be at Orlando at the Magics, yeah, and to see them. And yes, they waived. Damon Bacon was waived. They waived him yesterday. They signed another player. They waived him again. So they signed the former San Antonio Spurs that I saw him last Sunday. I get his name. I took his name off. He played against, and he didn't look so great either. He's going to probably be a G League player. Their top 15 are set. The rest of these players, they have to trim the roster anyway. So all these players, it's just going to go to the G League. So not to get too excited on who they bring in late last minute, just to see, just to work out. That's all really what it is. We have Bacon was waived, and I'll be in the building next Friday night. I'll be live. I know our friends from Uncle Freezy from the Freezy Network will be there. G-Man, they have a suite. They're there. We're gonna, swing by, say hello, probably take some footage, in the Orlando arena. See if we get to see them and say hello, and possibly stream simultaneously on Knicks Real Talk. We'll see what Divine's plans and situation are. I haven't heard any plans yet, but we spoke about it a month ago, so we'll see if it comes up to the court. It will simulcast on both channels, and I know it won't be a watch along. It'll be just a live look in and say hello, and we'll bring live footage and say hello, and show us that Nick family content creators are all united and watching the love for the Knicks. And all we want to do at the end of the day is celebrate the parade. Be there in the Canyon of Heroes, hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy together, celebrate down the Canyon of Heroes. Knicks content creators celebrating, rejoicing, having a couple cold ones. Go to Peter Luger's, have a steak dinner. Because our Knicks won, where they're called the NBA champions. That's all we want as Knicks content creator. None of all that. We want love, all love for one another, and that's all. At the end of the day, we're talking basketball. We want the basketball teams to be the best of the best. We want to be the top of the top of the heap. King of the hill, A1 number one. And take away all these little town blues. So okay, enough with the karaoke. So we'll get back into it. So salute to everyone in the chat. Dave Arg, of course, EMMD. So Bacon is waived. So let me ask you guys that I got you in the chat. What is your expectation? I'll put the poll question later on the channel, on my page, on the YouTube page. I always put a different poll questions for different sporting events. I like to put a poll question. I didn't get one to put tonight. I'll probably do it for game one. What is your expectation with the Knicks this season? You think they'll improve from last year record-wise, or do you think they'll stay the same record-wise and improve like a second round of the playoff? Or do you think they actually take that next step and become one of the top 5 elite play teams in the NBA? That'd be interesting. Yeah, Goodman was waived. They picked up the San Antonio Spurs guy that they waived. Man, I got his name there. I wish my friend Randy was around to ask him. He knows exactly who his. I went to see the Spurs last Sunday at the Orlando Arena. They came to play the Magics. Spurs looked good. The Magics looked phenomenal. A little bit of off topic, but we covered the NBA here completely. It's not just Nick centric. But the Orlando Magics, they're going to be a problem, man. They're going to be a problem that they're fast, they're exciting, they're athletic. No lead is safe with them. Cole Anthony, Luka. Thank you, MD. For some reason, the Knicks love that name, Luka. They get all the Lukas except the one that we all want. We want Doncic. So they said they'll be better. I believe they have to get better. They have to. We are going to be much stronger team this year with chemistry built on. We are going to win more games. Yeah, I think they're gonna go. I think they'll definitely win more games. Yeah, I heard another Luka was here. Yeah, you're right. It's Lucas Samika. Lucas Samika. He was a little sloppy in the game on Sunday when Popovich pulled him, yanked him. He made a couple of turnovers and he got yanked, and I guess that led to where he's at there. So I saw him personally. It was okay. A guy a wing defender, kind of like that Mo Wagner, Mo Wagner type of, Steve Novak type of player, like that stretch perimeter. So EMD says 56 win if Fournier pans out. Okay, I like that number. I'm gonna go 48 games to be honest with you, but I can see 56. I've been saying this. My opinion was if RJ Barrett averages 20 points a game consistently every night, you're going to get 20 from him in the regular season. And of course, Randall gives you the 22 points. And then your third scorer could be either Fournier at one night or Kemba, balance. But if that's your, every night you're going to get 43 points from those two fellas every night consistently, I think the Knicks could be in that 56 plateau around there, that mark, top echelons, because I think they have enough talent, depth to sustain that. But if RJ is going to be middle of the pack and take a step, remember, with all these scorers and all these shooters, someone's game is going to unfortunately take a little bit slight numbers back. So who is it going to be? Who's willing and who is it going to be? Although we know that Kemba knows that this is not his team. He's coming in here, the same way as Derrick Rose embraced it last year when he came here. He says, I just want to fit in. And you like that narrative. Now, it's up to this. It's going to go as far as RJ Barrett allows this to go. He's the big X factor, in my opinion, on the offensive side here, to propel the Knicks to that upper echelon, to take the Knicks to upper. Not they're going to stay middle of the pack, and maybe they'll make a move in the trading deadline. They might be more active, but I like going into the next second year. Obi Toppin, I think Obi Toppin, not only he's scoring more confidence, but he's defending. He's defending with block shots, getting into the paint. And then let's see what Robert. Let me read your says. Use that Jedi magic to send him over here. Yeah, I was there in person, and I said you are not going to play for the Spurs, and then he got cut. And he's over here, and I have an extra Barrett card. Ooh, nice. Okay, definitely. So we start the quarter. Here's Randall, and up the top of the key, and he misses. Pope with the rebound. 60-49. Just started in the third quarter. Final game of the preseason at Madison Square Garden on a beautiful Friday night, New York Knicks Friday night basketball. Kuzman for the three from the corner, and it's good. So Kuzman comes out shooting the three. So 63-49 here. Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker picked up by Holiday. Holiday played a really good game. Now he started here. Here's Randall. Randall falls down. Bounce pass to Kemba. He's okay. Kemba bounce pass to Fournier. Fournier had a three, but it hesitated. Now he dribbles, passes out to Kemba. Kemba top of the key, and he's gonna take a long range, mid range shot, and it's good. So inside the arc, so he hits a shot, 63-51. So Walker with 12 points, 4 of 9 from shooting. Here's Holiday. Holiday was picked up by Walker. Good defense there. Dinwiddie by RJ. Dinwiddie rises and he misses. Walker with the rebound. Walker looks up for Randall. Randall brings up the ball. Met by Kuzman. Randall pass to Kemba. Kemba to Fournier. Fournier bounce pass to Barrett. Barrett spins. He has Walker and Holiday and he misses. He had the mismatch there, but he just was a little hesitant not to pick up that offensive foul. Here comes the Wizards. Kuzman backs out Holiday. Holiday with a long three, and that's off the mark. Long rebound over by R.J. Barrett. So the Knicks play that long rebound, defended it well. Here comes Randall on top of the key, over to R.J. Around the curl, back to Randall. Randall fakes a three, drives past Kuzman, goes to the basket, misses, but he picks up his own rebound, and he puts it right back in. So nice move there by Julius Randle. Used his body, his strength, and took Kuzman to the roll. So that 10-point game. Here's Dinwiddie. Good defense there by both Gibson and Barrett. Thought he was fouled, but no avail there. Pope on a pick. And here's Gibson. Good defense, but he scored. The center scores. Don't got the fella's name here, but here's Kemba with the ball. So 65-53 here. Start of the third quarter. Kemba Walker with the ball. Kemba. Here's Julius. Julius fakes a three again. Tries to go past Kuzman, and he was checked with a foul. So Kuzman picks up a foul there, hacking with his hands. So Kuzman. Knicks will inbound the ball. 14 on the shot clock, 9:30 in the third quarter. And here's Walker. Picked up by Holiday. Holiday. And here's Kemba. And is this an offensive foul? And we shall see if it's an offensive foul. I know a foul was called. It looked like he pushed off, but no, it's going to be a foul on Washington. So Knicks will contain possession. 14 on the shot clock. They reset the clock to 14. Knicks inbound. Fourth personal foul for Aaron Holiday. So Aaron Holiday played a pretty good game, but he has to come out. Here's Nito. Fournier going to inbounds the ball. Over to Walker. Walker's picked up by Nito. Walker with a screen and he misses it off a Gibson screen. Shot a three. So here's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie picked up by Gibson. Good rotation by the Knicks. Here's Randall. Dinwiddie drives. Dinwiddie by himself. He tried to go up high, but a foul on Gibson. Wow. Let's see the replay there. It looked like he had a good beat there all ball, but they call the foul. So aggressive move by Spencer Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie elaborated, moved, and he wanted to go. Yeah, that was a foul. That was a foul there. So Spencer Dinwiddie, man, showed a little hop there, challenging a Tops Gibson. And he goes to the free throw line, hits the first. Also, Beal is out of the rest of the game. Good heads up there, Robert Park. Thank you for telling me that. And Dinwiddie with his second free throw, and he's in there. So he hits both pair of free throws, 67-53 here, 9:05 in the third. Kemba Walker brings the ball up. Walker. Dinwiddie with 17 points, 5 of 9 field goal. And here's Fournier. Fournier rises, shoots. It hits a three-pointer. Evan Fournier. 67-56 here. And Dinwiddie picks up the ball to Kuzman. Kuzman, good defense by Julius, swiping. Kuzman picks up his dribble. Kuzman tries to dribble, tries to pass. And good hand denial by Gibson. Here's a fast break. RJ with a slam. What a play there by Fournier to RJ. RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett. 67-58 with 8:20 left. And offensive foul there by RJ. Oh, wow. Dinwiddie on Barrett. So Barrett playing a little defense and become a pest here. He baited Dinwiddie to pick up that foul. Knicks have it. 67-58, 8:17 here. Fournier, top of the key, looking to pass. He picks up his dribble up the key. He's trying to play a two-man game with Gibson, but he kicks it out of Julius. Not a sharp pass that Julius was wide open for three, but he's going to stick the three anyway and off the mark there. So here's Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope trying to race and stops there. Dinwiddie trying to call a play. Dinwiddie picks up his dribble. He goes to the hole. Nice play, misses it. And here comes the Knicks. Oh, Kemba Walker. Nito picked up the ball and a blocking foul there. So a little bit, the Knicks got a little slow out to get there, and Nito raced right in and got that offensive rebound. So the 50-50 ball is there. So RJ Barrett alluded that he Euro step and missed that swipe, and he went for the dunk. They show the replay on that play there. So here's the bounce pass by Kuzma over to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie trying to sell that foul, but the refs this year are not calling it. Nito tries to drive on Kemba, and nice play there by Nito. Strong to the basket on Kemba Walker. 69-58 the game, and Nito's becoming a little bit of a pest here. With 7:30 in the game, Kemba over to Fournier, and trying to go to Gibson. Gibson didn't see that. That's lack of communication and chemistry. And Nito ends with a basket. So that led to a turnover and a fast break point for Washington. 71-58. So they call a timeout. I think it's a timeout, New York, Thibodeau. It was just chemistry and miscommunication there on both the teammates there, Fournier and Gibson. And that led to a fast break point and timeout by the Knicks. So the Knicks got to assert themselves a little better on the defense. Robert Parr, what do you think? In the chat, EM, what do you think? I think they need to assert themselves a little stronger in the chat in the defense. Especially in the paint. We shall see what adjustments the second unit comes in and plays. And when will Thibodeau go to that second unit as well? Usually in the past, he likes to go around 3 minutes left in the third quarter with the second unit to close out the third quarter into the start of the fourth. We'll see this year he continues that same pattern as substitution. That's another thing that he needs to personally needs to involve a little bit in the way he rotates a little bit, because you teams start to scout around that when you know of your substitution pattern. Remember, you have a plethora of talent. You have a lot of depth and talent, so you weren't limited like last year. I understand why you substituted the way you substituted last year due to the talent that you have, but there is a little more talent on this team this year. So don't fall into those where you are scouted and predictable with your rotations, and because now other teams know how to rest and bring in certain players of their situation to combat the New York Knicks substitution pattern and habits. So you got to be a little bit unpredictable in my case. Of course, and he says, I'm happy to see Mitchell Robinson. Don't think he will play this year. I will give him an extension of sorts. He has until the beginning of the season, the start of the season. I think there's an extension, a contract that he could sign him. If not, he just got to go into the regular season to bank on himself, approve it. And I think that's what's going to happen. Don't read into the narrative or the blogs or the talking heads or ESPN and so forth saying Robinson, the Knicks don't feel high on him because they didn't offer an extension or he rejected it. It's just that, he's going to make more money if he takes the contract at the end of the season than now. There's a limit, a cap that he could get or whatever. And if he goes out there and balls and plays better, he could make more. You're looking, maybe he could make to the $20-25 million range. Right now, he's probably at 15-16 million. And same thing with James Harden. James Harden has a $210 million contract extension that is there until the start of the opening season. If he rejects it and plays and gets typical Harden number, his supermax is $270 million. So if you're an NBA, I know that money is money. 70 to 270 to 210. I mean, still a lot of money, but these players trying to get every dollar possible. So that's why you don't think a narrative that he wants to leave because Kyrie isn't there, he's unhappy. It's because he can make more money at the end of the season. Just throwing that out there as a fun fact. So we'll go back. Walker off the top of the key for three. Nets misses. Washington with the rebound. 71-58, 7 minutes in the third quarter. And Nito with the ball. Nito brings up the court and foul by Todd Gibson over the back. So he picks up a foul. Gibson has played very well in this preseason. Very well. Very pleasantly surprised. Like I said, when the Knicks bring that fifth foul for Todd Gibson, he's going to have to sit for a while now. We saw Jericho Sims a little earlier. We saw Mitchell Robinson. We'll see if they bring both either or. We haven't seen Nolan Noel all preseason really much play. So it makes you scratch your head on why they gave that 9.5 to him. Although it's with incentives. And Nito rises and he hits it. So Nito's been coming in and becoming a pest. I'll tell you, between Holiday and Nito for the backcourt, second unit for Washington looked pretty good tonight. And here's Fournier in here to a floater. So nice play by Fournier. Cuts the lead to 13. With the ball, with Washington with the ball, Kuzman handles the ball. And here's Cowell Pope, two-man game. Here's Nito, who's been a pest that shoots a three, and he hits it. So Nito's having a good game here for the Wizards. Wow. And here comes Kemba. So Raul Nito, 16 points, 7 of 8. Here's turnover by Randall. And Nito again is in the middle of everything. Here's Pope on a fast break, and he scores. So game is getting a little bit ridiculous. 18-point game here. Knicks are taking it in the chin. Little sloppy turnovers are leading to points. Next 10th turnover. And here's RJ going to the hole. Nice play by RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett. So he took it to the hole off the glass. Nice to see that man do that. Here's Nito, that young man. And here's Raul Nito. Nito goes to the floater and he answers right back. Nice move. Man, he's becoming a thorn in the side of the Knicks. Now, a guy that's playing like that, you got to throw in, and it's preseason, put McBride in there to see what McBride, if he's this defensive specialist, and here's a foul by, no foul. Julius put it up, thought there was contact there, no call. So now he's putting up some wild shots. Now here's when the point guard needs to insert himself and calm this team down. And then we'll see this is the big difference here. Here's Nito again, bumped, and he was bumped with a foul. He sold it well there, but Kemba fouled him. And let me read what my friend Davar wrote. He goes, Wilder broke his hand in the 5th fight against Fury. Did you hear that? Yeah, I saw that. But I watched the fight, and there was wondering thoughts. Yes. Davar, I'm in the I have the breakdown of the MMA program with Austin and Chef Dan that we did yesterday about that, but I've no problem speaking about it. And Nito misses. I was saying, Wilder's hand seemed to be broken there. Boy, that Fury is made out of cement. I'm telling you. He got him that 2 knockdown. He could have that TKO there. No excuses. Fury hit Wilder right in the right spaces in the ears, knocked his equilibrium out several times. So he looked like he never got his wind, like he had a buzzing sound in his ears, wasn't totally focused, and I think that's what caused the fight. He didn't have Wilder was the stronger fight. No, Wilder was the stronger puncher, but Fury he just hit in the right spots, and that's what won the fight there. It was just much better. His style of fight was much better than Fury's. So Julius Randle gets fouled, 81-62 there. Nito missed 1 of 2 on the free throw line earlier. So here's Julius going to the free throw line. There's plenty of time left. The Knicks, a lead is never safe in the NBA under 20. And you see Walkai Frazier in the class with a beautiful magenta suit, showing off his championship rings. And Julius hits the first free throw. 81-63. So we know Kenny Albert's not there. I don't know who the young fella is. Win him. And here's the second one from Julius in. So 64-81 here. Final preseason game at the Garden before the real thing happens on Wednesday night against the Celtics. Here's Nito. Raul Nito stops his dribble, picked up by Rose. Bertan of Avila's in the game, picked up by Randall. And Harold trying to shoot a 3 there, and he misses. Rebound, RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett brings it up. RJ Barrett attacking the glass. He kicks it out to Julius. Randall's wide open 3. He's going to shoot, and he's off the mark. So here comes Nito, Raul Nito. Here comes Beal. Excuse me, not Beal, Pope. I always see that. And here's a miss there. Good alteration by Mitchell Robinson. I think he got his first block there. Here's Julius. Julius wild. They're there to Rose. Rose holds his dribble, resets. They're going to reset the offense there. But Fournier And here's Robinson with a pick. Fournier off the corner with a 3, and that's good. 3-pointer. Evan Fournier. So Randall looks a little wild. This is where the point guard needs to slow him down. Hey, I got you. Relax. We're gonna get you. We're gonna put you in a better position to succeed, my friend. You don't, and he does. He's a little off. So Fournier stepping up and providing the offense the Knicks needed right now. So good to see that. And EM says 24% from 3-point and not good. Yep, absolutely. You want to be always in the upper 30s or better. So Devar, I hope I answered your Wilder question a little bit here without jumping all over the place and trying to get back to the basketball. But I definitely, when it comes to the combat sport and boxing, I love to talk. I can talk for hours about all types of boxing and MMA fights. That's one of the biggest staples besides the watch along and the round table is the MMA and combat boxing and combat sports. That's our bread and butter on the program on the Jedi Network. Not with myself. I'm the boxing head here. And you got Austin and Chef Dan, MMA combat fighters galore. They're the best. And not because they're on my program, not because one is my son and Dan is a good friend that we met through the stream. Not because they're here, but they just listen to them and like, wow, 24-year-old young men that break down these combat fights and they bring it down with so much love and passion, and they know so much detail, specific for details. You're like, wow, 24-year-olds. There's a lot of 24-year-olds that could be doing a lot of negative things. That's why I give them. I go 100%. I go 100% and I back them up. I even leave the channel and go to sleep. I know it's in good hands with them because they bring it. They bring it. I'm like, it's like I got to keep I'm like, man, I got to bring my A game to be with these young men. The old guy has to bring, turn back the clock with these young men because they're really good. And I love the way their detail on their fights. Austin and Chef Dan, they know what gym they belong to, who's their trainers. And for the mixed martial art, that's difficult. There's a lot of fighters night in, night out, and they're phenomenal. That's why, not too sugarcoat, what they say, blow smoke their way, but it's just different. You gotta give credit where credit is due to those young men. So we'll come back here, 81-67, and like I said, we can't wait for tomorrow. Bellator has a big Grand Prix, lightweight Grand Prix tournament. The two semifinal matchup. UFC is at 4 o'clock tomorrow, so it's gonna be, if you're a mixed martial art lover, there's gonna be plenty of content there. If you're not a college football fan, that like a lot of folks are up north that are in the New York area, at least in the New York metropolitan area, we don't have a new college. We're not big into college football, but you can always watch the combat fights. And I always tell everyone, watch the combat fights, watch the prelims. That's where the fight of the night always happens and stuff like that. Just to be a little bit off topic, but we'll get back to the basketball here. They inbound the ball here, 81-67 with 3:52. Avila with a 3 misses. Rebound by RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett brings it up. And what they call the foul? They call the foul away from the ball. And they have the press conference with Tom Thibodeau earlier this afternoon, talking about Mitchell Robinson. And the Knicks inbound the ball. We got Rose, Fournier, Barrett, Randall, and Robinson out on the court. So Nito picks up Rose. Okay, Fournier off the key. Avila screened by Mitchell Robinson, and Fournier with a nice 3 there. Good look. He got him open there. So that's a play in the future. It's going to be beneficial for the Knicks there. That's a peak in the future. And here's Montel Harris, met by Mitchell Robinson, picks up a foul there. So it's going to be a shooting foul. Mitchell Robinson said, I had my hands up, but no avail. So Harrell, the former Laker, coming over on that big Westbrook trade. He will go to the free throw line, shooting 2. Knicks trail 81-67, 3:21 in the third quarter. Robinson not happy with that foul call. Harrell going to shoot his first free throw, and it's good. Bounces in. 82-67 to Montes Harrell. Harrell with 12 career 12.26, former 6-man in 2019. And he's going to shoot his second free throw. And it's good. So he hits both a pair of free throws here. Extends the lead at 83-67. Rose will bring the ball up. And Raul Neto meets him at the half court mark. And they're fighting for screen there. RJ Fournier. And Fournier gets the ball. And he drives. And he kicks it out to RJ. RJ with a three. And it's good. 3-pointer. Jay Barrett. 83-70 the game. Maria. Let's go Knicks. Maria loves it. And here's the Wizards. And here's the bounce pass to Harrell. Harrell trying to work on Robinson. Robinson, good defense there. Good ball now. And he misses on that. And that's the range you want. Good defense there by Robinson. Here's Julius. Julius back to Rose. Rose fires for three. And it's good. 3-pointer. Derrick Rose. So Knicks cut it to 10. So open looks. Good timing. 3-point shooting. The Knicks cut the lead to 10. They were down by 18. Just like that. 8-0 run. They're back down by 10. Timeout. Washington with 2:29 in the third quarter. And they'll shut the play there. And Julius was going to drive, and he picked Neto, thought he was going to try to help out to Rose. Rose was ready. That's what these Knicks players got to do. That's what the emphasis on Tom Thibodeau said. If you're open, take the shot. That's his coaching philosophy there. If you got the shot, take it. And Derrick Rose knows what the coach wants, and he fired away and scored. So timeout. Washington trying to break that momentum there. Knicks are trying to come back here with 2 minutes and 29 seconds in the third quarter. So and they got a whole fourth quarter there, but the Knicks haven't been looking themselves this whole first game. And Rose is talking to the huddle and talking, and that's the big factor when you have guys like that. Gibson, Rose, talk to the huddle, talk to the players, see what they're seeing on the court, and having their inputs, having like another coach on the field. So those are big implement and keys there. And Rose is being a vocal leader there. And they're coming out of this timeout here. Now let's see if their defense intensity picks up here and causes some turnovers. Now lead to easy baskets. They trail by 10. And they're still coming out of the timeout. They're going to inbound the ball here. And Dinwiddie brings the ball up. Dinwiddie's been cooking. Oh, shout out for the Philippines. Yes, Philippines. We love you guys. Always joining the program. Always being part of here. We have Jerome from the Philippines. Good Saturday morning to you, Ralph. Thank you for watching along. Subscribe and join us. Welcome to the Jedi family. And fouled by Quickly. So salute to you, Ralph. Ralph, are you what fan of the NBA team are you from the Philippines? Are you a Lakers fan, Knicks fan, Golden State Warriors? Salute to Ralph. Ralph is in the program, folks, and say hello to Ralph, everyone. So we salute him. We appreciate him here, and absolutely. So inbound pass for Quickly to Rose. Rose dribbles, mid-range, off the mark. Quickly to try to sweep the Knicks all the way. All right, Ralphie. So welcome aboard to the Knicks family. The Turn to the Knicks podcast and watch along. 3-pointer by Dinwiddie. No, actually not Dinwiddie. I didn't get the guy's name. I'll get it for you in a moment. And Randall over to Rose. So Washington answered right back there. Extended the lead back to 13. Julius to Rose. Rose drives. Jones looks good there, and he makes the bucket. Wow, nice play over Bertans there, and turnover by the Wizards. Knicks ball. So Ralph is a Knicks fan from the Philippines. So salute, man. Hope we see you. Oh, what's going on? We have Dubai in the building. Point Freud from Julius. Dubai. Salute. Yes, indeed, my man. And I'll answer this question right at the timeout there, Dave Arb. So here's Rose over to Julius. Julius looks to see where he was in the three-point line. Julius drives and kicks the ball out of bounds there. D-Rose all the way. And he says, Kev, how long have you doing the Yankees? Every time the Knicks hit you three, you play like PC Richards sound. Should I play do you want me to do that? I'll do that. I'll do the PC Richards Street. I like that. But I got to make a whole new one, though. I have the horn, but it's going to be strikeout. And I'll make one for the first game of the season. Dave, I'll definitely do that. Thanks for that one. That's a good idea, man. See, I love the input from the chat, from the listeners. because you call it, I'm getting it. I'm definitely gonna do a 3-pointer when they hit a three. Absolutely. I hope the Knicks win this game. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's the preseason, but yeah, definitely. You don't want to lose nothing. Here's Marcellus Harris with a dunk. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one, though. Oh, yeah. So 88-75. So Washington answered right back. Julius with a three. In and out. Oh, man, no good. So 20 final seconds here. 20 seconds. The Knicks still going to have a possession. And right now, the Knicks try to cut it to 10. And Washington, to their part, they answered back. Rose, Dinwiddie to Harold, amounts to Harold, out, and a wide open 3-pointer, and is off the mark. And oh no, Kuzman, two right there to clean it up. 90-75, a 15-point game, and it should do it the third quarter. And the Knicks are down by 15 heading into the third quarter. They gave up 90 points already. So no defense tonight for the New York Knicks. Interesting, no Amir Sims didn't play this game. We thought he had an opportunity to try to make this team sneak on and see, thought this fourth game we were going to see some of these young players try to see who makes this team and the final third unit type of situational players. But Thibodeau's going with his starters and playing them like a normal game. So you know what? You can't say you need to be in shape and then you contradict this and say why he's not playing the third units. You can't have one. We can't have them both. You got to either get your guys in shape or see what you got in the final unit. So you can tend to I guess he wants to be all gas, no brakes, and I'm okay with that. He's the coach. He knows he's the coach of the year there. So we shall see there. So they're in a commercial break. We're going to the fourth quarter. 15-point game. Hey, we've seen 20, 23-point games. The teams come back. But we're interested to see if this Knicks team has what it takes to get back from a 15-point deficit. It's got to be led by Kemba Walker, if you ask me. If they're going to get back in this game, Kemba Walker and the second unit, together has to get in their defense. They got to play better defense. Last year, and you can see the big difference on the Washington Wizards team, at least for this game. Yes, Westbrook it's a phenomenal triple-double machine, but they look much more less sloppier than last year. From Mr. Memory, Alvin, salute Alvin. I haven't seen you in a while, Alvin. Salute, man. Good to see you, my friend. Absolutely, Alvin. Salute. Let's go Yankees. Yes, I missed seeing you on the Yankee watch along too. It's good to see you. I hope all is well, my friend. Good Saturday morning to you there in the Philippines as well. So salute to you, Alvin. Salute to all you guys from the Philippines. I really appreciate the love and the support, that you guys give the Jedi program. Always shouting you guys out every program. Wishing you always a good morning, always in Philippines, and always saluting you guys. Thank you guys. So I appreciate the love and the minor and the big respect I have for your country and every one of you guys that you guys support the Jedi Network. So here, we're going to start the fourth quarter, possession by the Wizards. So the final quarter of the preseason, then after this next quarter, everything counts. So here's Dinwiddie bringing it up, met by Rose. You got Rose, Gibson, Obi, Grimes, and Quickly out on the court. So they're going to go with the second unit except for Rose. They're keeping it in there. And here's Kuzman for the three, and it's missed. Grimes fights for the rebound. Harold's fighting the rebound. Gibson, Harold has it, and here Harold goes for and no foul was called. Or did he call a late foul? A late foul was called there. Wow. Awfully late there. The Knicks were on their way to run for possession, and they called the foul. I appreciate it. Yes, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like, man. Hit that like. Slam that like. Share. Definitely. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Devar. Yes, indeed. So Harold going to shoot a free throw, pair of free throws. He misses the first one. 90-75 still. Opening seconds here in the fourth quarter. Final game of the preseason. Harold bouncing. Ready to take his second free throw. He missed the first one. Here's the second attempt. And he hits the second attempt. 1 for 2 on the line. 91-75. Rose. Got Rose quickly. Toppin, Grimes, and Gibson. Gibson gets the ball right back to Rose. Rose thought about a three. Tries to pick up a dribble. Yeah, over to Quickly. Quickly bounces. Quickly from top of the key. Misses. Mid-range shot. And Kuzman with the ball. Kuzman picked up by Obi. Obi sticks with him. Nice defense there. Montez Harrell's been a little bit of a problem for the Knicks here. And Harrell goes and gets fouled by Gibson. Gibson fouls out. So Gibson will foul out of the game. Wow. So Gibson had a good offensive night, but hacking and whacking. So Gibson's out of the game here. We'll see who comes in. If it's going to be Sims, Amir Sims, or Jericho Sims. We saw Jericho Sims did not play last time, the second half. So Gibson's night is over. Get ready for the regular season, big guy. Harrell going to free throw line. And here's the first one. It's good. So Mitchell Robinson's back on the court. So it's okay to put Mitchell Robinson out there. He needs the conditioning, the real NBA game, up and down. Got to get him ready for the regular season. It'll be interesting seeing the minutes of the centers. Who's going to play early part? No Nolan's Noel. Hasn't played all the preseason. And here's the second free throw. And that's good. So then the Wizards extend 93-75. Minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. 14 out of 20 for the Washington. The Knicks only gone to the strike 8 times, but they hit all 8. Here's Rose with a thrower, and it's in 77-93. Knicks trail. Kuzman brings the ball up. 16-point for Rose. Good defense there. Quentin Grimes and Obi Toppin on Kuzman. Here's Grimes, and he was fouled. Almost had a fast break. And Harrell got a nice foul there, and he's yelling at his teammates for instructions where to move. And that's veteran leadership there with a fairly young Wizards team. So good hands there for both Toppin and Grimes there. That's going to endear to Coach Thibodeau, who wants to continue getting on the court. Active hands, good defense. Here's Quickly and Grimes. Grimes to a step back. Thought about shooting 3, but he go for the mid-range. His shooters. And off the mark and offensive. Is it a defensive foul on Kuzman? Pushing off on Obi Toppin. So the Knicks retain. So Kuzman picks up a foul there. So Knicks will have it on the side. Side inbounds. Quickly. Into Grimes. Grimes, nice move. Into Robinson, and it's good. Nice play there. Good give and go between Grimes and Mitchell Robinson. So 79-83 the game here. The chance of defense. Montez Harrell over to Bertans. Bertans shoots a 3, and that's off the mark. Obi Toppin with the fights for the rebound, gets the ball there. Rose shoots the 3, and it's good. 3-pointer. Derrick Rose. 82-93. The Knicks. Here comes the Knicks. Timeout. Washington. So the Knicks got a little run here. Washington calls a quick timeout, so you got to like it. It all starts with good hands, good defense. And Rose rising to the occasion here and hits a 3 here and sends the Washington Wizards into a disarray for a timeout. So here on the BX Sports Jedi Return of the Knicks podcast watch along program, thank you so much. Like Dave says, let's smash those likes. Hit the like button. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it there. And I love you guys. The priority, seeing you guys on the program, brings joy to me. Seeing you each and every day come and support and, talking and speaking about different platforms, about different sports. It's fun. It's a fun time, I know Chef Dan is coming out of work. I hope you had a good day at work, my friend. Chef Dan, our partner here, Austin as well, as they're working, they're grinding. The young men are at work here, and I'm here, grinding. Gideon, aka G Money, at work as well. Salute to you too. Are going to be joining us at the watch along from time to time as well. So he's out making the money. You guys, hey, no problem. Make the money work to get there. There's going to be plenty of season to do watch alongs and so forth. And we'll definitely be here. There'll be times I won't be doing the watch along. They'll be here in my place doing the watch along. So it's the network. That's why we're Jedi Network. We'll talk about all the different sports. Definitely. Hey, no problem, man. Thank you for your support. No problem. Yes, no problem. Listen on the headphones. Yeah, no problem. No, no, absolutely, man. Have plenty of rest, and of course, Chef Dan. Of course, man. Thank you so much. We we going to rock as good as you guys support us. So thank you, definitely, man. They are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomorrow I'll be having one of those great cigars that will send my way. Still the trip to Key West is still in the morning. I'm gonna probably get up and go to Key West for the fishing trip. I still have to wait to see pending my partner's vehicle. I'll call him after the game. I know he probably called and I didn't see the calls because I'm on the air here. But hopefully we enjoy it. And then Ponty says, "Never doubt Rose, whose thorn are beautiful, sharp, and deadly poisons." T Rose. I love that one. And salute, man. Go Knicks. It is absolutely. It says go Knicks. Of course. Let's go Knicks. So on the Knicks trail round by 11, 93-82. They cut back, but it's great to see Mitchell Robinson on the court, running, scoring here, getting offensive rebounds, putbacks, a dunk there. Phenomenal to see him there. You see him get a block. He did get a block in the game. So Mitchell Robinson is back, folks. It is good to see that man. Oh, baby. And you saw him on the lab there and on the dunk. You saw him here with two-man game with Grimes just a minute ago. So Mitchell Robinson is back, and he's got 6 points, 3 of 8 and 9 rebounds. Beautiful sight to see there. Almost got double figures in rebounds, and he's out there. Not in foul trouble either. Phenomenal. Mitchell Robinson is back. Oof. Montel Harrell got hit on a monster pick. Wow. That's New York City gritty committee type of foul there. Brought me back to the 90s there. Oof. Let's see that play. Obi, boom. And it wasn't malicious. It was just an accidental. It wasn't nothing malicious, but Obi looked like, that's what you could tell. Obi's built like a brick because he looked like he hit a brick wall. Wow. Maria, I pray for a championship. Oh, Maria, from your lips to God's ears. From your lips to God's ears. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I second that. Here's Kuzma over to Holiday. Holiday was been sitting for a while. He was hot in the first half. And here's Harrell from the top of the key, and he hits a wow. Harrell having a pretty good game. Ralph says, "Let's go Knicks. Let's keep the streak alive." 95-82. So the Knicks got to get back into it. They need to start now on a defensive end, but right now the offense possession quickly off the car. He gets his own rebound. Quickly throws it back out to Rose. Rose from the top of the key there, and he hits it. So mid-range jumper for Rose. 84-95. Pending the time here. 9:13 left. 21 points for Derrick Rose. 9 out of 15 from the field goal. Here's Holiday, who's really good, but he's trying to do that same play with and a good defense there by Mitchell Robinson. But Holiday got his own rebound. You live with that. He defended it well. They're not going to run that muck and turnover by Washington. So good defense there. Mitchell Robinson effect there. They weren't going to run that same lob and that floater lob dunk that the Hawks try to run on us, and well defended by Robinson. They're going to have to start showing the league you're not running that play on us. So the Knicks bring it up. 8:54. Rose picks up the dribble. He passes over to Grimes. Grimes with a reversal. Put back. Oh, missed by Robinson. Here comes Kuzma. Over to Harrell. Harrell. Did he make contact with no cow? Here's Obi. Obi with the rebound. Hit to RJ. RJ wants to push. RJ runs. RJ on full steam ahead. Foul, but no call. Out of bounds. Whose ball? Wow, he got hit there on his shoulder. He was mauled underneath the basket. No foul call. It's a Knicks ball in Washington. Wow, what is that? They totally ate the whistle there. Whoa, RJ got mauled underneath there. He got 1 by Bertan, 2 by Monte Harrell. Ooh, man, I think Thibodeau, you should challenge. Wow, no call there. Terrible, terrible play. Mid-season form for the referees, huh? Wow. Here's Holiday over to Avila. Avila back to, and then what they call 3 seconds, or they make a call here. Thibodeau is fuming at the refs. He's got that look that oh, baby, His eyes are shooting bullets right now. Technical foul for Tom Thibodeau. Wow, so Thibodeau gets up a technical foul here. And his eye says it all. Those bullets are coming out of his eyes. And Caldwell Pope is going to shoot the technical. And he shoots and he hits. So extends 96-84. He has all right to pick up that technical. RJ Barrett was mauled underneath the basket. He got fouled hard. It was an aggressive swipe by Harrell. So in the inbound, Washington keeps possession on that technical. And Obi Toppin with a steal. Good hands by Toppin. Here's RJ again. RJ full steam ahead. RJ back to Mitchell Robinson. And Mitchell Robinson turns the ball over. Here comes Washington. Caldwell Pope. Knicks got back. Robinson with another steal. Here's RJ. RJ going up. Obi Toppin with a dunk. Nice play, Obi. Use the force. Good job. 10-point game here. The crowd comes alive at the Garden. The chance of defense. Holiday keeps his dribble. And no turnover. Robinson dives. Another dive. RJ another dive. Who gets the ball? Loose ball foul. Knicks ball. So the Knicks defense is coming alive here. And the crowd at the Madison Square Garden starts to chant and start to clap for their heroes. Now, can they capitalize on the offensive end? Knicks bring it up. 7:30 left in the game. Trailed by 10. We're in possession. Here's Rose. Rose over to RJ. RJ for three. In and out. Oh, almost in. So Washington with the rebound here. The Knicks got plenty of time. Still alive here. They can go on a run here. They just got to play better defense. Mitchell Robinson with a good hands. And no, the game is still to keep playing. Out of bounds. Sloppy play there. Referees, everyone looking for whistles. Referees are not calling whistles and stuff. You got to keep playing. You can't give up on the play. Turnover Washington. Here comes the Knicks. The Knicks' defensive intensity has picked up here. Rose on the floor with Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett. Rose with a mid-jumper, floater, misses. Rose fighting for the rebound. Holiday picks it up. Here comes Washington. Holiday full steam into the Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope trying to shoot a three, and it's good. So just like that, Washington hits a three up by 13. Timeout, Thibodeau. The Knicks are trying to battle here. You gotta like what they did on the defensive side, with Mitchell Robinson getting a couple steals, making a problem, not just underneath the basket, out on the perimeter as well. So welcome back, big boy Mitchell Robinson. It looks a little gassed there, looks tired. They definitely needed a timeout. Maybe they need to pull him out there. You can see the lack of conditioning, the lack of time not on the court is starting to show a little bit on Mitchell Robinson there. He was huffing and puffing in that timeout break. But it's great to see that man. He's giving it all there on preseason game number 4, swiping the ball, being a problem on just think when he's conditioning and his legs get back under him. He looks like he looks like he's a man that wants to try to get in the conversation of defensive player of the year. He has the capability and the talent for it. I know it's a little bit ahead of ourselves, but man, oof. And we'll definitely see. There's a timeout now. Knicks trail 99-86 in the fourth quarter. 6:54 in the fourth quarter. Washington Wizards 99, New York Knicks 86. 99-86, John. Salute to you. So Knicks are trying to stay 4-0 in this preseason. It's just preseason, but we want to see them in good habits. We want to see the ball movement clean, the defense, the normal, and we want to see the 3-point shooting, the crisp ball movement, no turnovers, and we want to see the team chemistry gel and see good things on the floor. You see a lot of good things with Mitchell Robinson back on the floor, becoming a defensive he's guarding everywhere. Everywhere he's at, he's a defensive juggernaut. Swiping balls, putting his hands in the passing lane, getting picked up steals. And so far, who's not defending on the team? It's just a collective matchup. In the first half, you had a lot of Holiday driving and scoring. Passing Walker looked not a step slow. It's just that Holiday's just a bit faster. Walker's and also Rose. That was a little bit of a matchup problem. Mitchell Robinson adjusted better in the second half. They were defending out that pick and roll alley-oop type of play that they had, where you saw the Hawks play all over the Knicks. They defended it much better this second half. They must have emphasized it, and in halftime, good adjustments there. It's just the I think Randall's game today wasn't sharp today. It was a little sloppy. If you ask me, Randall was not too sharp. Normal Julius Randall sharpness tonight. Although you see RJ Barrett, typical form, getting better in the second half, and not didn't have a really good first half. But there's plenty of time here, 6-7 minutes, and down by 13. Washington just scored, made it 13-point after the Knicks cut it down to 10. But you see the Knicks defense has gotten much better here. Randall's back on the floor, along with Grimes, Rose, Barrett, and Obi Toppin. So first we see Toppin and Randall together, and Randall with a wild pass cross court. And here's Rose trying to go for a block. Randall trying to go for Toppin and another block, and they call the foul there. So refs are not having a great night tonight. A little bit, wishy-washy when they're going to call a foul, when they allow contact, when they don't allow contact. So little inconsistency there. And you see them play good defense. And Obi Toppin's been playing some good rim protecting, but he got called with that foul. And here's the first free throw in. So he hits the first. Thibodeau, very careful. He's all over the referee, the female referee today. She's had not a pretty good game tonight. A really tough, inconsistent game. 186 to score to 631. And here's the second free throw, in and out. Julius fights for the rebound. Now the Knicks have a little bit of size disparity. They got Julius and Obi. Obi picks up the ball. Obi with more confidence. Back to Randall. Randall dribbles. Randall sloppy, lose the, and he calls for a foul. Bailed out there because the ball was going out of bounds. A little sloppy with the ball handling. So that ball handling of Julius is that we saw a couple years ago. Tonight as a return for a moment, but the Knicks retain with a foul. So he 14 on the shot clock, 6:19 here, 186. RJ inbound the ball to Julius. This is when Julius has to take over. Julius drives on Avila and he picks up a foul. So Avila gets hit with a foul. Julius will go to the line. Avila did not like the play. He kicked the ball, and he's upset. And they quickly get in between them so he don't pick up a technical. Didn't like the call there. So he's still drawing it with that, and he got a hit with a technical foul. So Avila got hit with a foul technical. That's the last thing you want to do if you're the Wizards. Give an extra free throw, extra opportunity for the Knicks to score. Julius will hit the technical, and he hits. So 87-100 the game right now. Knicks trail by 13. Julius was continuing the free throw line. He got 2 more to shoot. Julius with 11 points, but here's the disparity: 4 out of 4 for 14 from the field. Last game he was very efficient. This game, not so much. Julius picks up his second free throw. It's good. So getting his points from the free throw line, very big key there. You got to try to be a 3-level scorer. And the third free throw, it's good. So he hits all 3, the 2 fouls and the technical. So it's down. Knicks are down by 11. The defense and pressure, and the Knicks play better defense. Avila, good hands, and they bailed out with a foul. Wow. They had swipe at the ball, and they called a foul. So I don't know if the Knicks are in the penalty yet. We shall see. Avila is going to the free throw line. So they are in a penalty. The first free throw is off the mark. So he misses. So the Knicks Down by 11 here with 6 minutes. Here's the second free throw. Out, misses. So he missed both free throws there. Plenty of time here. The Knicks can still make a comeback here to tie this. Although they need to start here, they need to score and stop the opponents. Rose off the top of the glass. Julius fights for the rebound, and he last touched by Julius Randle there. Nice move by Rose. Just missed it. So here's Washington inbound the ball with 5:40 left in the game. You got Nito here, picked up by Grimes. So Grimes getting a lot of minutes down the stretch here. And here's the play, Julius. And Julius played good defense there. Good boxing out. Julius used all of his wide frame. Here's Rose on the quick. And here's Obi Toppin for 3. Three-pointer! Obi Toppin. Use the force, Obi. 92-100. 8-point game here with 5 minutes. Quentin Grimes is out there. Quentin Grimes playing more minutes out here. They like what they're seeing from their rookie. Here's Caldwell Pope. Picked up by RJ. Back to Nito. Nito with Grimes. And they call a foul. Bailed him out there. Nito went to the basket. That's what you do. You go to the basket, attack, and so Raul Nito's been a pest all game here. Obi Toppin's three-pointer looked really nice. So he's playing, that young man playing with a lot of confidence year 2. Big things for Obi Toppin this upcoming season. That's how he wants to play more. And with Julius, he's got to do that. And here's the first free throw of Raul Nito. Hits it. Yeah, Obi Randle and both on the court if they want. And that's nice to see there. Floyd Mayweather's in the building. 101-92 with 5 minutes. It's actually 5:01 left in the game. And Nito's going to shoot his second free throw, and he hits it. So 102-92, a 10-point game here with 5 minutes left here. Knicks trying to stay undefeated in the preseason, getting ready into the game 1 Wednesday night. Raul Nito with 21 points. Here's Rose, top of the key. Rose drive. Rose penetrate. Obi Toppin is going to shoot that 3 again, and that's off the mark. Last touch, and ball right here. They call a foul, loose ball foul on Avila. So Julius go to the free throw line. And Jose Garcia says, Obi and Randle on the court. Yeah. Obi looks so much more confident on the court. He did this time around. Julius shoots a free throw, in and out, and it bounces in. So that now cuts the lead down to 9. This is how the Knicks want to continue. They gotta score with the clock stopped here. And free throws, gotta hit those free throws. And Julius hit the first of 2. He's gonna shoot his second. The typical Julius Randle exhale. Calm, cool, and collective. And his second free throw, he misses. So he almost missed both of them. He went 1 for 2. 9-point game here. Quentin Grimes on Nito. Quentin Grimes playing a lot of good minutes down the stretch. Here's Randle. Back to Nito. Grimes all over him like white on rice. And here's Nito. Nito still hold his dribble. And shot clock at 5. A 3-pointer from Pope. Off the mark. Rebound by Julius Randle. So despite playing small ball, they're out. They're getting rebounds. They're rebounding. Here's Grimes for 3. And off the mark. Rebound by Washington. Wow, that would have been huge if he would have hit that there. That would have gotten the crowd even more up on their feet. And here's Avila. Back to Nito. Picked up by Rose. Now Obi sticks with Nito. And, bad assignment. But, Toppin got back, but all he had to do was foul there. He had no help, but he was going in for a dunk, and he prevented it. So let's see if he could keep him at 50% at the free throw line. Then you really trade that foul for that dunk. Easy 2, didn't let him earn his 2 points on the line. So Daniel Grafford is going to have 11 points tonight with 10 rebounds. Double-double for Grafford, 4 or 7. He's on the line trying to look for 2, extend his scoring to 12, possibly 13. And here's the first in there. So he has 12 points tonight. He's still got another free throw to go. It extends the lead back to 10 with 4:01 left in the game. Raul Nito, what a pest tonight. 21 points. I don't think Washington expected that from that man. So Golford is going to shoot his second, and he misses. Rebound by Julius Randle. Knicks want to push. There's Julius. Back to RJ. RJ, top of the key three. It's good. 3-pointer. RJ Barrett. So the Knicks see that this time is running down. They're going to start putting that pressure. And they trailed by 19 at one time, and they're trying to cut this down. Here's Holiday. Holiday wide open, and he hits it. So that's a dagger three there by Washington. Kiebert. And 106, 10-point game. Here's and Groves quickly scores, cuts it back to 8 with 3:24. So back-to-back trading buckets. And Knicks 13 free throw attempts versus 30. Yeah, that's a disparity there. And nice play there by Nito, man. Nito's having a hell of a game there. Back to 10. Here comes the Knicks. Randle. Nito, 23 points, not a 10. Pen in the neck. Here's Randle. Rose tries up the 3. Misses. Avila with the rebound. They didn't really need the 3. They could have went for a quick 2. Randle wanted to go with Rose and a 3-point. But right now, Washington's trying to milk the clock here. They're up by 10. Holiday, the clock at 5, 4. Kibbit. And Grimes with the defense. Good hands by Grimes. So he's going to get more playing time if he keeps coming up. And you see that Obi Toppin misses, but he recovers and he scores. He had an alley-oop but missed it and recovered. 108. The Knicks down by 8 with 2:24 left here. So Washington, all they got to do is secure the basketball and not turn the ball over. And New York has to play defense and miss there by Nito. So here comes the Knicks. Randle leading the break. Here's Obi. Obi going strong to the hole. And no foul. No foul called. Grimes with the ball. Packs up to Rose. Rose shoots the 3. It's good! 3-pointer. Derrick Rose. Timeout. Washington. Knicks trail by 5. 108, 103. Oh, the Knicks are coming, baby. The Knicks are coming. It's not over yet. Grimes over to Rose. Rose picks it up. Man, I'm just watching that replay. 2:02 left in the game. Knicks down by 5 in the fourth quarter. Knicks trying to stay undefeated in this final preseason game here before it counts on Wednesday night. Oh, baby. So you got to like what you see, the fight in the New York City Gritty Committee here tonight. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. And, of course, they showed the great Patrick Ewing on camera there. Go Knicks. Absolutely. And a diehard Knicks fan with a tattoo of the Knicks right on his chest. Oh, yeah. And they're getting loud at the Garden, man. Make some noise. Indeed. The Garden. Make some noise. The Garden is rocking. Woo! On a Friday night. Feel Good Friday. Let's go. Let's complete the Feel Good Friday tonight, Knicks. Oh, yeah. Let's make some noise in the chat. Absolutely. Let's make some noise. Let's go. Let's go, Knicks. Woo! So the crowd is on their feet. They love what they see there. They're heroes igniting the crowd. And can they pull this one and tie this game up with their defense? Oh, baby. We love to see that. We love the fight in this New York City Gritty Committee. So here's Washington inbounding the ball. 2 minutes in the game. Nito, who's been a pest he's 9 out of 10 from the field. And Grimes is still out there. And here comes the Knicks defense. Good hands by the Knicks. Stolen by Obi Toppin. He used the force. Here's Rose. Rose to Grimes. Grimes gonna set up the 3. It's good! 3-pointer. Quentin Grimes. Yes, and the Knicks down by 2. 8-0 run for the New York Knicks. And here comes the Knicks defense. The chance of defense. And Nito driving. And good basket by Nito. He's having a hell of a game. 110 to 106 here with 1:20. Here's Randle. Rose picks up. Randle shoots the 3. And it's good! 3-pointer. Julius Randle. Knicks down by 1. With 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Nito picked up by Grimes. Grimes is having a game out there, playing the fourth quarter minutes. Here's rookie on rookie. Nito, RJ. Nito gets pushed out. Good defense by Randall, keeping the ball away from there. Nito wide open three. That's off the mark. Rose with the ball. Knicks can take the lead in this possession. Rose slow it down there. Over to Julius. 50 seconds left on the clock. Julius drives. Julius. And he is fouled. So Julius would go to the free throw line trying to could the Knicks give the lead here. They have a chance to tie and take the lead with 2 free throws with 48.2 seconds in the clock here. Knicks trail 110 to 109 here. Oh, baby, that shot from Quentin Grimes looks so sharp. Oh, baby. Oh, and that Julius Randle three-pointer. So they're just like Lazarus, they're rising from the dead here. So Julius, cool, calm, collected, his normal breathing exercise before he shoots his free throw. Boy, I'm pumped, and it's just a preseason game. These Knicks. Oh, baby. Here's Julius for the first free throw as the guarding faithful all on their feet. And it's good. 110 to 110. Yes, indeed. Julius D. Rose brightens everyone's day. Woo, Julius Randle on fire. So here's the final. Second free throw attempt could give the Knicks their first lead of in quite some time here. They trailed at one time by 19 points. And Julius, here comes the free throw. It's good. Knicks take their first lead with 48.2 seconds left. Now, the first lead of the game. Now the Knicks need to play their defense. You got Obi Toppin out there. Oh, here's the defense. Here's Obi. Good defense by Obi Toppin. Good hands. Here comes the Knicks with the possession. Over to Grimes. Grimes over to Rose. Rose over there to Toppin. Oh, and a foul. And that was going to be a dunk. Oh, an alley-oop dunk by Rose and Toppin. They're attacking the glass. They're attacking the glass, so a foul called with 33.5 seconds. The assistant coach tells the head coach, I don't know what's going on. You read his lips, like he scratches his head. I don't know what's called here. And let's see the play. Oh, he just missed that. Obi Toppin alternated that shot there on Garden, and Obi Toppin's being a force on the defense. Rose will go to the line for 2. Rose going to shoot his first. Rose hits it. So the Knicks extend their lead to 2 now. 112 to 110 with 33.5 seconds. With another free throw coming here. Rose going to shoot his second free throw. It's good. Knicks extended a 3-point game with 33.5 seconds in the fourth quarter. Knicks on a 15-2 run in the last minute and a half of the game. So now the defense, RJ Barrett's out there. Whoa, blocked by RJ Barrett. Oh, the Knicks defense has come alive here in this fourth quarter. Julius Randle slows the ball down. He's got triple team, and he's called for a foul. Oh, baby. Defense. That's the name of the game. The Knicks are playing that New York City Gritty Committee defense, baby. It's here. Woo. What a clinic on Avila. What a play by R.J. Barrett. Oh, baby, look at that. Oh, get that out of here. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Yes, be proud, Knicks fans. Woo. So Julius will go to the free throw line, trying to ice this. They're up by 3 right now. And this is what good teams do. Here's Julius, misses the first there. So let's not touch the money. Hold on. I should have held on to that statement. Don't want to touch the money here. It's a 3-point game. And the NBA, 3-point leads are not safe from everybody hitting from all over, from the logo. So Julius needs to hit this one, make it a 2-possession game here. 18.5 seconds. Julius shoots the 3. He misses both free throws. And timeout Washington. So hopefully it doesn't come back to bite the New York Knicks in the rear end. They had a chance to ice this and be up by 5, but he missed both free throws here. Timeout Washington. 17.9 left in the game. 113 to 110 New York. Knicks, fourth quarter, they have scored 38 points so far in the fourth quarter. Wow, 12 of 26. 6 of 10 from 3-point land, and all those points on 8 assists came 8 assists on those out of those 38 points. Phenomenal. And of course, the Washington Wizards went cold, 2 of 6 from 3-point land. They're shooting 5 out of 17. The Knicks defense has come alive. R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, that small lineup, putting fits and making comfortable with this lineup for Washington, and more athletic, more speed. And what about the play of Quentin Grimes playing in that fourth quarter? Wow, nobody. You telling me all these hours of content that I've heard all day, all night, no one said that Quentin Grimes was going to play fourth quarter minutes. Down the stretch this long, nobody. And I've listened and I spoken, even not even myself mentioned that. Totally surprised on Quentin Grimes not playing these fourth quarter minutes, these long fourth quarter minutes. Wow. Who says Thibodeau don't play rookies? I know it's preseason, guys. Let's pump the brakes a little, but no one expected Quentin Grimes to play so many minutes like this, and good minutes, quality, strong minutes here. Everybody the darling was Deuce McBride, but it looks like it's Quentin Grimes. It's just one game, but we shall see going forward. So 18.8 seconds. They put a second back up. Knicks up by 3. Washington with the possession. Inbound. They're going to go for a 3 to try to tie, and it's up, and it's good, and they tied it. The rookie off the screenplay. Corey Crispin with the 3-point. Timeout, New York. 15.8 seconds. This is why the free throws, they were perfect from the 3-4 line all until this last one, but you can't fault the Knicks. That was a terrible 3-point defense on Corey Crispin. RJ lost him on the curl, but prior to that, you can't get too much on Julius Randle for missing those two. They were perfect from the 3-point line. They spend a lot of energy to get back and even take the lead here. So, you got to give kind of a pass for missing those 2 free throws. But this is the problem. This is what this is what you got to do. You got to execute your plays. When the free throws come, you have to hit them. So Crispin comes off a curl and hits a big 3, the rookie. So timeout. Knicks have a timeout still left. It's all even at 113 here. We'll see what kind of play they're going to pick up. This is we haven't seen Kemba Walker come back in, so he's going to go with the same 4-5 that got him there. Taj Gibson's fouled out, so he's going to stay with the same 5. You still got Fournier who could shoot, but it looks like he's not going to bring in Fournier. He's going to keep the same hot hand there, understandably so. No, see why? Because Toppin could shoot the 3, Randle could shoot the 3, Grimes could shoot the 3, Rose could shoot the 3. Everyone on the court could shoot and could spread the floor. So he's keeping the shooters there to spread the floor. So I understand why. Although even though with Kemba and Fournier, you still have shooters out there, but I can see. But these guys have been in the game. They're in the role, the flow, and the rhythm of the game to bring someone cold. It's funny we didn't see Alex Burks. So imagine if we would have had a hot Alex Burks coming too. Would have been another element. We didn't see no Alex Burks tonight. So good job, absolutely, Maria. 113 on here. Shot clock is shut off. It looks like Randall's game to win. Randall picks up the dribble. Come on, stop the dribble. Go for it. Randall takes a long shot. It's good! At the buzzer! Buzzer beater! Julius Randall for the win! Oh, yeah! Oh, wow, surprised me. I didn't think he was going to hit a buzzer beater. Wow. Woo! What a good game. Can't ever give a pass on a free throw. Easy points, but most represent shot in the game. But he made up for it. Absolutely A to Z. Wow. Of course, no problem. Of course. We'll have a little chit chat there. Of course. Actually, hold on. I'll send it to you in a normal location like I always do. Hold on 1 second. A to Z. Hopefully the stream doesn't freeze. So a buzzer beater at the Garden. Just the Knicks go 4-0 here and give everybody an excitement to the New York fans. Oh baby, that's the chats, the streams, the contents are gonna be buzzing all night tonight. They're gonna, wow, what a lovely way. You know what? We all deserve it as Knicks fans, as Knicks content creators, as Knicks fans that's been going through all this years of turmoil. Nothing is only preseason. I know we're gonna, all the naysayers and haters, pump the brakes. It's only a preseason game, but when you see yourself rising up and getting better, you definitely enjoy it. Oh, very nice. Z, what's going on, man?
Julius Randle.
Yes,
That's what's going on.
indeed. That's indeed, man. What a nice shot there. You know what? In hindsight, let's look at this. They finally got an opportunity to try to get a play with a game on the line, and they executed it. At least in the
Yep.
preseason. So, what's your thoughts on the whole entire game?
Um, started out slow, was sluggish. It was just a sluggish game. They didn't have the lead to the fourth quarter, but their offense has really been improved the first two preseason games, the first couple, and the fourth quarter showed right there when it mattered most. They executed it, but it's preseason. I'm not too excited about it. I'm not too excited about all of about Julius playing big minutes the way he has, about Kemba and Derrick Rose even playing because they're vets. I mean, they get 2 games in, they're starting to get some chemistry. They're fine. Let the young guys play. This is what preseason's for, to see what you have in your bench players. But you work on your weaknesses in preseason, and closing out late games as far as clutch moments was one of our biggest weaknesses, and that gave Julius a nice little practice for the regular season. So hopefully it carries over. Salute, Maria.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. I like the fact that Quentin Grimes played the fourth quarter. He got
So,
some incredible minutes. He played some good defense, and he was a pest all game. Raul Neto was a pain in the neck, a pest for the Knicks. He had a really good game. Going forward tonight. I thought it would. I thought that's why we're not. That's why we're sitting on the bench. We're sitting as content creators, not as the head coach. We all thought that McBride, and it turned out that the one that the Knicks really have a lot of high hopes on is Quentin Grimes here going forward.
yeah, I think they got high hopes on both. It's just, I feel like they're trying to get Kemba up to speed as far as chemistry goes. So they got to give him some minutes, a little bit more than I would like, considering he has a degenerative knee disease. And Derrick Rose, he already knows the team like the back of his hand. That's where I'd like to see Derrick Rose get a break. And get, even if it's because Quentin Grimes played point guard in high school and a little bit he transferred to Houston, but the school before that, I forget what it was, but he played point guard there. I don't care who it is. Spell Derrick Rose 5 minutes. Do something because you might not even be high on Quentin Grimes, or I mean on Miles McBride, but you still have to see what you have in him. And what better time than preseason when the games don't count to see what you have in players. But we got the win. Happy about it. Cool moment at the end there, and salute to the new people in the chat. Dan Alsanot, M
That's that.
Med.
That's Chef Dan. That's Chef Dan.
Oh,
Chef Dan.
okay.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's Chef Dan. He
Sorry.
got home. He just got home from work.
Ponte for Julius, John Anderson, Gaios, Ralph Tropa. Salute to you guys. Haven't seen you before.
No, they're Jose Garcia. Don't Jose Garcia as well. Welcome
Yep.
aboard. Hopefully it's at the beginning. Edis was a part of the program as well. Our friends Dave R. Always a custom. Alvin, I haven't seen him since the Yankee Watch on for a while back. I'm happy to see him return again to the program. It's good to see him. I'm back and always see him there. Gideon, which is AKA G
Oh,
Money,
of course, G
who
Money.
was
Salute to G
working.
Money.
He was going to help us today, but he's working. So, he'll be here. There's 80 plus game, 82 season plus with the playoffs. Gideon, don't worry. We'll get plenty of G Money in the house. So, absolutely spectacular win. He's enjoying it at work. And Chef Dan as well, coming home from work. Chef Dan, man. Oh, baby. And we got G Money on the G Money. What's going on, G Money?
Salute. How you doing, man?
G Money, what's good, buddy?
What's
Doing
shaking
great.
and bacon, Z and BX?
We
Oh,
got
not
it.
much. I haven't seen you in a while.
Same here, man. Busy with work and stuff.
So talk to us, man. What's your thoughts on this victory last night? This moment right now with the Knicks.
It was an amazing win. Great comeback. We were getting blasted by 19. We've battled, fought all the way back. And JR30, Captain Clutch, Derrick Rose was big. Obi Toppin showing some improvements, man. Man, this team has a lot of great, man. This team has a lot of great. If we can just stay healthy and can execute games like this team can do a lot of great things this year, man.
Yeah, man, that's phenomenal victory. What's your thoughts of Quentin Grimes playing that fourth quarter, all those minutes?
He was big. He made some big plays. Made some big plays for us, hustling, hitting some big shots. Grimes. He's going to be a very, very good rookie in his career, man. We just got to be patient with Quentin Grimes, but he'll be a very, very, very good rookie in his career.
Awesome, definitely, man. Not bad. Great preseason. I keep saying postseason, but great preseason game, preseason 4 games. We saw a little bit of everything, and Knicks were down with adversity. They came back. They
Mhm.
showed the New York City Gritty Committee type of defense that we saw last year, and
Mhm.
boy, baby, you know wow, that was a good, and I don't rain on our parade, NBA fans about it's just preseason, but when you see a glimmer of hope and you get excited because we see the night in night out what this team brings and what is there and how special this could be. We have the right to get a little bit excited. We got to pump the brakes a little. It all counts Wednesday and for real going
Mhm.
forward. But you gotta like what you see. You want to get in good habits, and this is the way to start in good habits. Getting that, like you said, everyone talks about the big. We got to get some winning culture. But if it starts, it's got to start somewhere, and we'll say
Mhm.
it's going to start with preseason. Summer league now preseason. It's just winning culture, and you set the atmosphere of winners. And I think that's what the Knicks has done with Thibodeau and
Right,
company.
And you
right,
know
right.
what? It started last year too, and
Right.
and it started last year. And like I said earlier, G Money wasn't on the stream yet. It's about working on your weaknesses in preseason. And G Money, we go way back. Same with Bronx. We know that clutch moments were our weaknesses, one of our biggest weaknesses. And to see something like that you can't help but get excited to see Julius hit a
Oh
game
yeah,
winner. I don't care when it is, especially after that egg he laid and the whole team laid in the playoffs. You can help but get excited. Ace is excited right now if you can't hear him, Bronx.
yeah. Going cuckoo crazy, man. If this was a playoff game, I would be more hyped. If this was a playoff game.
Oh, of course. I'd be going through the roof. I wouldn't even be on the stream right now. I'd be running around my development.
You go like, big baby. Yeah, man. I'll be like waving my shirt in the air, like, yes, yes, man. That was a clutch shot by Julius Randle. Because last year, you would not hit that shot last year. But this year, man, I know it's only preseason, but he shot the ball with confidence, fade away, bang, right in the face on Gafford, man. Splash, cash, winner, chicken dinner.
Absolutely. Let me ask a question, G Money. A little bit off topic. Is a birthday today?
No, my birthday's August 6th.
Oh no, I just saw some balloons. I just wanted to
August
see.
6th.
Yeah.
That's my son's birthday.
Sweet, sweet, happy birthday, to your son Z. I mean, late birthday, I should say. Yeah,
Same as you, buddy. Same as
Well,
you.
no, I just saw some
thank you.
balloons. I thought it was, we wanted to salute you if it was your birthday. Some balloons on your shoulder side there to your right. So I just wanted to thought it was. We wanted to make sure we commended you on that day. But
No, it was a pillow. It's a pillow. It's a
all
pillow.
right, all right. I thought it was balloons. Well, no problem with that though. But G Money, what are you looking forward Wednesday? Now, I'm not looking. Let's just talk about. Let's take it one game at a time, one
Right.
mountain at a time. We cannot talk about get ahead of ourselves. I think they're gonna go 55 and something. No, no. Let's just go one game at a time.
Yeah,
What do
one
you
game
what?
at a time.
Right. What do you expect this Wednesday?
At the Big Apple, first game of the season at home against those Green Leprechauns. Ironically, we ended last season against the Celtics. Fun fact. Against the Celtics, it's gonna be a tough game. I feel it'll be a close game because Boston will fight. We got a double team Jason Tatum. I don't think Jalen Brown. He might be in and out of the lineup. Dennis Schroeder, we gotta watch out for him. I know he's inconsistent, but you never know with Dennis Schroeder. He can have a big game. Al Horford, we don't know if he's gonna play because he had the virus. He's tested positive. We don't know if he's gonna play. And we gotta watch out for the Celtic role players like Jabari Parker and Langford and Edwards and all those guys. So we just gotta watch out for those guys on Wednesday night. Come out with the right mentality. Don't dig ourselves a hole. I'm happy we won today. I'm happy, but we cannot have a habit of starting off down and keep coming up. Let's just have a good start. Let's feed off the energy of the crowd. Hustle, crash the glass, move the ball, and just take care of home court. If we can just take care of our home court this season and win some tough road games here and there, we can do a lot of very great things, man. But on Wednesday night, I think it'll be a battle. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout because Boston does fight. The Celtics do fight, and usually the Celtics and the Knicks have jaw-dropping games down to the wire. So I think we'll win Wednesday night, but it will be a thriller. That's my guess.
I can see that.
All
Z,
right.
what you think of upcoming Wednesday? Now that
Now the regular season's over and it's
now
time
that preseason's over.
Preseason.
Sorry, you know what I meant. Preseason.
Yeah.
Um, I expect, it's a home opener. It's at the Garden. I expect nerves from Kemba. Not that he's not ready and hasn't been there, but, kid coming home to his city. He might be pressing a little bit to start the game. But I expect a free-flowing offense. I expect a lot of people to forget that they questioned Tom Thibodeau because now he actually has talent. Now Obi's actually a year developed. He's a year more developed. You saw them play together tonight, as Chef Dan eloquently put in the comment section. As he says, I credit Tibbs for putting the lineup of Julius and Obi out there just to get them run together, seeing the growth of our coach as well. I don't even think it's growth per se for Tibbs because he's been an established coach in this league. I think it's just he's now getting the talent to put together and he trusts his players. And when you have these guys, they grow and you trust your players and it gets a lot better. But I liked what I saw from Mitch. I think Mitch has a big game defensively. I think Fournier has a good game because he's cool, calm, and collected. He's a bucket wherever he goes. So
True.
I expect the team to be a free-flowing offense and suffocating defense. And I expect a close win against Boston, our first game. A close win. Because Boston is a very talented team. They had a lot of different issues derail them last season. But Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they're studs, and you cannot overlook them. But it'll be a close game, but we'll come out on top.
Need to at home on ESPN against those Green Leprechauns from Boston. Like you said, man, Mitch will be great defensively. I mean, it's going to take us some time. We got to be patient, Mitch. It's going to take us some time to get into the flow of the game because he just came back from injury. Yep. Like you said, Phibbs has talent, but now he's starting to become more open-minded. I know it's only preseason. We had to see what he does in the regular season. But now Phibbs is becoming more open-minded to see, okay, which lineups am I going to use that's going to help us prevail? I expect, yeah?
Question for you and Kev, about that. Is it that Tibbs is becoming more open-minded or is it because he has more talent? Because last year it was predicated on mostly Julius Randle and whoever else stepped up. When he was Boston G Money, he orchestrated the offense and defense. Doc Rivers has been interviewed about that. He orchestrated Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Rondo, all those guys to work together. He's had really great teams, and they looked fluent offensively. Now that he has more talent, is it just him using it now that he trusts it, or is it him evolving?
I say it's a combination of both a little bit, though. Because one, obviously, like you say, you need talent to win. You need talent to win today. But like I said, it's also the fact it's also coaching. Because you can have all the talent, but no, Phibbs is a good coach. Don't get me wrong. I like Tom Thibodeau. Yep. I'm just saying that it's also the coaching. Because we're seeing teams with talent, but they never break through. Example, the Wizards last year. They had talent. Westbrook, Beal. I understand they dealt with the virus and injuries. I get all that. But when this team were healthy, this team was kind of iffy. The Celtics last year, they had talent. Tatum, Brown, Kemba. I know they had some issues, but when they were healthy, they were kind of inconsistent. So, yes, you need talent to win. Don't get me wrong, but it's also the coaching. Because if you have the proper coaching and you're willing to find the right lineups, then you can win. I'm not saying it's all on the coach. That's not what I'm saying. The players have to do their job, and the players have to execute and get things done. But it's also the coach to put them in a position to win. I like Tom Thibodeau, and I understand his talent. I get that. But sometimes the most talented team doesn't always win.
No, but at the same time, it makes it easier on Tibbs to have more talent other than Julius Randle. What do you think, Kev?
I agree with that. I agree.
Oh, absolutely. This is why you can't say, oh, Thibodeau is closed-minded or he's stubborn. One thing I did notice, his substitution pattern, and I was mentioning on the broadcast, he always tends to substitute around the 3-minute in the third quarter and leaves us, that substitution pattern, he needs to change it kind of a little bit of element of surprise because teams start knowing, well, I know Thibodeau's going to, bring, let's say, for instance, I know Derrick Rose is coming in with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. I'm gonna save my guy, just to combat Rose if he comes out hot and into the fourth, and teams could game plan and scout ahead because Thibodeau's rotation is becoming too scoutable, and too predictable. I would like him just to change it just a tiny bit of when he brings and have a temperature of his rotation, in my opinion.
Agree. Totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like I think that will change once he starts getting more, familiar with all the new guys that were brought in. But it's also, he's a coach, and if it's one fault that I really find in him is that when he trusts someone, he trusts them a little too much.
Yeah.
He's got to do the element of surprise, Kev. But at the same time, the offense looks a lot more free flowing just because we have more skilled players and more skilled shot creators. It didn't look flowing last year because Reggie Bullock could not create his own shot. Alfred Payton couldn't create his own shot unless it was in the paint. Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson, they can't create their own shots. But now you got Obi who's getting better. You got Grimes who did really well tonight. You have Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, healthy Derrick Rose. You got so many shot creators. RJ Barrett getting better. Julius Randle. I mean, you got a lot more talent offensively.
Oh yeah, and with that said, with the talent that we're talking about, it extends the line. It keeps going. We saw in the first half, you saw good things from Evan Fournier, could bounce pass and shoot out of the three.
Right.
You saw in the second half, Julius took a little bit over. RJ Barrett going to the hole. He attacked a lot today, taking that ball to the cup. That's what you want to see. You want to see him attacking, slashing. And then it opens it up, and the way they spread. I love Obi Toppin's emergence in second. So far going into the second year, he looks much more confident. His becoming a rim protector, a good defense. And what about Mitchell Robinson? Playing defense, not just underneath the paint. He had a lot of misdirections on top, on the perimeter, defending the perimeter, not picking up silly fouls. Influencing, knocking the ball loose, getting them back there in the fourth quarter, third quarter. Plenty of times when the Knicks flirted and trying to come back, but prior to that, in the early fourth quarter, late third, Mitchell Robinson was an issue defending it, and you got to love that. And you could see he was tired, but of course, not NBA legs and NBA condition. But if he's gonna bring that in the regular season, boy, that defense is gonna be really good. What's your thought, G Money?
I agree. If the players can just buy into the system, like you said, guys, and just play to their strengths instead of their weaknesses. And another thing too, don't be scared to fail. If you're the team, don't be scared to fail. Don't listen to the media and all the hoopla. Just play your game, play up to your strengths, and also, like I said, RJ attack. Randall, don't. Even though he loves the fadeaway shot, and I don't mind it sometimes. Sometimes try to post up here and there because he is capable of doing that. Try to post up a little more. Derrick Rose, I love what I'm seeing for Rose. His jumper has been much improving. Also, attacking the rim. Just stay healthy with Derrick Rose. Kemba Walker, in Charlotte. He was a bad man in Charlotte. Just stay healthy. Also, hit timely shots for us. Evan Fournier, he's a bucket. Just be more consistent. That's why I say Mitch Robinson, just stay healthy, continue to clog the paint, don't commit silly fouls, and Obi Toppin, he's gonna get better here and there. Just be ready to shoot, attack like you've been doing. Quigley, don't try to settle for the foul too much because the NBA changed the rules. So don't try to ref bait. Just shoot the ball with confidence, attack. Grimes, he's a rookie, so just calm down, play up to your game, and we should be good this season. We should be good. We should be good. If we could, we're not going to win every game. We're not, but if we could just come out with the right mentality, compete, give what we can, we should be good. And if it fibs, like you said, Z, don't overly trust every player. Don't overly trust. Just try to shuffle your lineup a little bit, and we should be good.
And you know what? Honestly, the brightest spot, well, not but one of the main bright spots for me today was, Julius plays a lot of minutes, and I know he shows last year, since he was gassed a lot, he wasn't used to playing that many. He wasn't used to playing number one option on a playoff team type minutes.
Right.
You could tell. Now, he settled for the jumper even more in the crunch time. But if you notice in this fourth quarter, he attacked. He went to the foul line. Yeah, he missed those 2 free throws, but he would actually attack the paint and kick out and do other things. He wasn't settling for jumpers like he did at the end to win the game, but that's because that was what Daniel Gafford gave him as a defender. he sealed off the rim. He couldn't get to the rim, so he had to do a step back. And you want to either go into overtime or you want to win the game. You're not going to give them a chance with 1 second left to throw up a heave. So,
Right.
but I really liked that he forced himself to the rim and imposed his will on that defense.
Right.
So talk to me, guys. So wrapping up these preseason games.
So far, the
Did
pre
it did it did it did it reach your expectation on who played and who hasn't played, or are you okay with it?
I'm
The
o-
way
I'm okay. I'm okay with it as of right now. I like how the team's looking. The ball movement's been there. The 3-point shoot. We have better shooting now compared to last year, in my opinion. I liked the hustle of the players. I liked how we're attacking the rack, bounce passes, find the open man. Not ref baiting. That's what I like seeing from the team. I like the rotation the players are doing. I mean, excuse me, the coach is doing. Excuse me. And I so far preseason's gone very well. Now we just got to translate this into the 82 game regular season and hopefully the playoffs. It's going to be a long grind because 82 games, 30 teams, excuse me, the other 29 teams will just, try to come at us. So if we could just come out, put in the right lineups, use the right system, and not, get ahead of ourselves, take one game at a time, like you said, BX. We should be good. But so far preseason, I like how the team's looking. I really do.
yeah, you gotta like it. Z, what's your thoughts?
Um, you know, I, me as a coach, I always try to see I do things different, just a little different than what Tibbs does. Even though Tibbs is my favorite coach, maybe of all time. Just because he's me, like he's screaming at the ref and gets a technical in a preseason game. It doesn't matter. That's me as a coach. For any of my kids who have had me, they'll back me up on that. I am intense, but I would like to see, preseason is games that do not matter. You're trying to they matter, but they don't wins and losses don't matter. What matters is working on your weaknesses and finding out what you have in your bench players that aren't going to play, in the sense of, okay, Kemba and Rose go down. Well, you have no idea what you got out of Deuce. You only see him in practice. You didn't really see him in game action. So there's a wild card. There's an element in there. You need to get game reps to get better. I want to see a little bit more from the young guys for the preseason. But if this is a regular season, I love the rotations. So I see where Tibbs is going. He's trying to get the regular season lineup figured out, the rotation figured out, who he's going with, his 10 guys that he's going with in the regular season. But I like how he's going 10 deep, and he will go 10 deep in the regular season, especially with Noel coming back, Mitch coming back. Got to find some minutes for Taj. I think he's going to do OB, and then all the normal guys. He'll have a 10-man rotation, and he'll have some talent to play with, and his team's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah, very exciting. In fact, the whole NBA is going to be exciting. There's a lot of storylines this season. Like, can the Miami Heat have a surprise run back to the NBA Finals? Can the Phoenix Suns be on the redemption tour and get a championship that they should have won last year? Can the Milwaukee Bucks go back to back? Can the Lakers win it all? Can Melo get his first ring? Can Chris Paul get his first ring with the Suns? Can the Golden State Warriors? Can Klay Thompson recover from his injuries? Will Dame get traded? Will CJ get traded? Will Ben Simmons get traded? Well, heck, Karl Anthony Towns get traded? Who knows? Can the Brooklyn Nets stop with the whole fiasco that's going on with them? And can they win it all after they were a KD toe on the line away from potentially winning a championship? Because who knows how far they could have gone last year. So that's a lot of stars. Can we take the next step into the standings, man? So even the Denver Nuggets, can Jamal Murray come back healthy? Can they have a long playoff run? So that's a lot of storylines coming to the season.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that about the different storylines. When the reason why you bought that, that's why Thibodeau is trying to figure out his normal rotation now. Usually you do that the first 10 games of the regular season with your normal lineup, your rotation, your starting rotation. It always plays itself out. But maybe he's doing that, figuring it out in this postseason because the East is strong right now, especially the schedule that the Knicks come out with. You play Indiana twice, Orlando almost twice, and so forth, and Boston, and since the East is strong, he wants his lineup rotation already, so he can start beating on those foes because they'll, the Knicks second unit is got a year under their belt. They know each other. They play with camaraderie. They're only the starters are got new faces in Kemba and Fournier and so forth, and he wants to get them acclimated so they can get out of the gate. And I said it before, and I know many others have stolen my phrases, and I hear you guys. I watch I watch others. At least get the Jedi a thumbs up and a little credit. If you're gonna take my takes, it's okay if you steal my takes. It's fine. But if you're gonna, if you, I said I'll sign up for 7-3. I'll sign up right now on the dotted line. You don't have to literally take my whole content and write it. At least give me credit for it. That's a disclosure. But it is what it is. But I said if you take 7-3, I'll sign for it right now, and attend the first 10 games. That's cool. That's no problem with that. Give me that on every. If you're telling me you're gonna play that every 10 games, boy, you're gonna have a special season. But but the first 10 games, if the Knicks could come out of that with that, give me that. Let me put my name on the dotted line because that's gonna set you up going forward in the regular season pretty good. And if you're telling me after 20 games you're what's it 14-6, you're telling me you have a good probability of actually getting into the playoffs. So what's your thought on that? I'll go with Z first and then we'll back to you, G Money, because I like your statement. You're gonna elaborate really long on that one, and I want that cotton from you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Z.
Well, I'm going to say 8-2, just so I don't steal your idea. I'm going to say 8-2. I got to.
Actually, that was actually the way they stole it, but they stole the whole thing with sign on the dotted line. See, I put catchphrases on certain things, and they stole it to the T, and that's okay. That's okay because I didn't make the words or the dictionaries, but the way
funny.
Cool. I know.
But I want to continue to see the first 10 games, for example. What Bronx is saying. What I will take to the bank. That'll be my saying.
There you go. See
I'll
what
take
I
to
mean?
the bank. I will take to the bank the fact that if we play this free-flowing style of basketball, it doesn't even have to be this just version of, but you see how much different the offense looks, and you see that the defense is still making key stops when we need to, albeit it was the Wizards and the Pistons and blah blah blah, wasn't any team special or anything. If we can play opportunistic defense, because I don't think we're going to repeat as being the number one defense in the league. As far as we weren't the number one efficient defense, but we were number one points per game opponents, and that's what I count. If you're giving up the least amount of points per game, you're the best defense. I don't care how you slice it. If we can be a top 10 to top 5 defense while losing Bullock and losing Peyton, because Peyton was great.
Here. Hold on. Look who's here, Z. A name from the past.
Hey, it's been a while, big guy.
Johnny.
One of my regulars from my old channel, For the Love of the Game. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see.
Oh man, welcome aboard, Johnny Timing.
I didn't really explain, but I'm not part of For the Love of the Game anymore, Johnny Timing. If you don't mind, Bronx, I'd like to tell him I have a new channel starting out, if that's okay with you. A to Z Media. We're recording our first podcast tomorrow.
Nice.
But it's gonna come out within a week or two. But just so you know, Johnny Timing. And please stick around for this Knicks content and Yankees and whatever, because Bronx has the best stuff out there. G Money's one of the best play-by-play guys I've ever heard. They got good stuff over here. Combat Sports, they got everything. Please like and subscribe here and share it with your friends. Johnny Timing, otherwise known as Big Bear. You guys know.
I was gonna say, and you could bring the big bear. You could bring the black bear.
Yeah, just don't send the bear to. Just don't send the bear to my house, Johnny Timing.
Me neither, man.
But what I was saying, to sum it up is, if we can play opportunistic defense like we did tonight, when the game tightens up, play good enough defense and play this free-flowing offense and have everybody involved, and it's not just Julius every night, we're going to be a lot. I'm not saying the record's going to indicate it. I'm not going to go with records, but we're going to be a lot better of a basketball team as far as more efficient, better scoring. We could have 44 wins, and still be in the playoffs, but we're going to look like a better basketball team, if that makes any sense.
It does. Money, let me leave you to elaborate on that, because I know I'm dying to hear your take on that.
Right. Z made some great points. The free flowing offense, the spacing, the cutting should be, I can't say perfect, but progressing, I should say, like we've been doing the preseason. And also, we just got to beat the teams we're supposed to beat. No disrespect, BX, but we should beat the Orlando Tragic. We should beat Boston. Philadelphia, I know we got to take one game at a time, but I'm just looking at the schedule right now. Boston will be tough, but I think we can win that. Orlando twice, I think we can win those games. Philly gets tricky. I know the Sixers have to deal with the whole, Ben Simmons saga, but remember, Philadelphia has owned New York recently, so that will be a very, very tough game at the Garden. At Chicago, don't sleep on the Bulls. The Chicago Bulls, they made some pieces. DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine will get better. Don't be surprised if he's an all-star. My bold prediction, Zach LaVine will be an all-star this year. Also, Nikola Vucevic, a top 5 center in the NBA. The Bulls have some nice pieces, man. Very nice pieces.
Wasn't Zach LaVine an all-star last season?
Was he? I don't think he did.
I could have swore he was.
He might have, but he's a free agent, by the way. So if the Bulls underachieve, who knows? We can get 2 Z's in the house. Z and Z from Chi-Town.
He'll be my favorite player.
Oh yeah, Zach made the
All-Star
last year.
From day one, he'll be my favorite player. But yeah, Johnny Timing, sub to this channel. Tell your friends, man.
True.
Bronx Jedi is where it's at. He got the Jedi Force over here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. This channel is nothing without the subscribers, without the support from everyone. I'm just here, just talking, and you guys listen, and you guys are the reason why the channel continues to grow and continues to reach its height and platform. We're on the quest for 2K subs. We made the 1K 1 point. Now we're at the 1.3 almost. After tonight, I can see that, and we're just 700 away from the 2K. So. Anything could happen. Anything's possible. We thank you those, with folks like G Money, Z, Chef Dan, Austin, coming on, Stephanie coming on and bringing up points, and everyone that comes visit the program and show their genuine love. You're not just on the panel, but in the chat. Maria, everyone, from Van, from Alan, from Jerome, from Michael Caputo, from Brandon, from Dave R. I mean, there's so much a list. Ryan, Casey, Heel. I mean, there's a list of people that I could just go on and on. And the thing is, I try to remember each one of you because to me you're special. And it's not because you took a mouse and you slide it over and hit the scrub. No, because you're giving me your time. I know my time when I'm at work is valuable. And I know your time on your free time is valuable, and I appreciate you guys coming along and listening and subscribing to my program. And I at least have to have a little bit of memory retention to thank you guys, at least to remember where you're from, what part of the country you're from, and where you're from. And you give me your time, and I got to respect that. And I respect that. Trust me. I appreciate it and show you that. That's why I'm here giving you the love and trying to remember each and every one of you. So many. There's 1.2. I remember all of you guys. Maybe not, I'll be honest, but I try to remember everyone as possible and where you're from because I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to give that little public service and to thank each one of the viewers out there and listening because I totally humbly appreciate it and I really appreciate everything there with that. And what you were telling me about that the NBA storyline, G Money, with the Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine, again, if I have to make a guess, I think the Bulls will make the playoffs. I think they can stay healthy. They will make the playoffs. But if the Bulls underachieve and somehow miss the playoffs, I think Zach's gone. This is the best team Zach LaVine had right now. Let's be honest. DeMar DeRozan, all-star, took the Raptors to the conference final years ago. Caruso, champion. You have Vucevic, took the Magic to the playoffs. You also got Lonzo Ball. Even though he may be up and down shooting the ball wise, but he's a good defender. He's an improved shooter now compared to his Laker days. And he's a great passer, like I said. So you have that. So the Bulls have no reason to not make the playoffs this year. They really have no reason. So if the Bulls underachieve, Zach LaVine might be gone. Also, like I said, we got the Raptors coming. Again, I know we want to take one game at a time, and that's true. I'm just saying the teams that we're playing. We have the Raptors, the Cavs, the Pacers. Those teams we should be beating. The Bucks get tricky. We're at the Deer District. Yeah, we're at the Deer District. Yeah, KD experienced it. Chris Paul experienced it. Sadly, they didn't win there. I think it will be a tough game in Milwaukee. I think we'll fight, but if I had to be a betting man, I think we may lose in Milwaukee against the champs. And speaking of the Bucks, I want to ask you. Speaking of certain teams, I just want to ask you: do you have any like bold predictions for any team? My bold prediction, and I'm gonna shock people for this. You're gonna laugh at me, but hear me out here. I really believe the Phoenix Suns will have the best record in the league. I believe it though. I have a weird feeling the Phoenix Suns will have the best record in the NBA this season.
Okay.
Here's why. Devin Booker. He's a stud. The only thing Booker needs to work on is his IQ, but Devin Booker's a stud and he is an MVP caliber player. DeAndre Ayton. He got tougher in the playoffs. He can score in the paint. He can hit the mid-range here and there. Cam Johnson, you saw that vicious monster match he did on PJ Tucker, baptizing him in the finals. He can shoot that rock. He's athletic. Cameron Payne, good backup. CP3, he's one of the smartest point guards in the NBA. I'm still upset to this day that the Suns didn't win the championship. I would have worn Chris Paul's Suns jersey on the stream, and many streams got the Suns didn't win the title. But hey, I'm just saying. But hey, one of the smartest point guards on the team in NBA history. They have depth, man. That team is a Mikal Bridges, great defender. My bold prediction: the Phoenix Suns will have the best record in the NBA.
Awesome. Well, to elaborate with that, we're gonna do a probably Tuesday night. We'll make a panel. Because I gotta get something for podcast as well as here on digital. About our bold predictions around the league. But that's okay. It's okay. We'll elaborate real quick on it, and we'll go over and under. We'll look around the league because here in the Return of the Knicks podcast and program, we're not limiting ourselves just Knicks coverage. We want to talk about the whole NBA and the world of basketball, not just Knicks. We love our Knicks, we adore our Knicks, but we also want to show love. And there is a league that gets played other than the New York Knicks, so we want to make sure we cover it and speak about it and give our good points and elaborate on what's going on around the league as well. Not box ourselves to just one team. So we want to bring and touch all those different subjects. My bold prediction, it's going to be a really good team. I'm not saying they're going to be top first, second. But they're going to be a real good team in the Western Conference. Don't sleep on the Golden State Warriors. I like.
It's going to be very good.
They're going to be extremely well. So I really like that there. Love it, and we shall see. And Johnny Timon's got a great question here. We're going to throw that question to Z if you want to answer it, because you guys have a great history, a good rapport, and it says here you want to read it out there. Z, go for it, brother.
Yeah.
Timing, a good YouTube supporter, former supporter of mine, I should say. That's my fault, Johnny Timing, not yours. Don't send the bear after me. But serious question: when's the last time we went undefeated in preseason, if ever? I know it's the preseason, but I think it carries to the regular season. Bold prediction: Knicks win 55 games. I couldn't tell you when the last time we were. No offense to your, I don't know when the last time was because I never cared about the preseason. That's just me, but
fair answer.
Because I was always pessimistic because the Knicks always sucked. Now I read into everything because we're actually an interesting team. I think it could carry over, and I think, like to Kev's point, the first 10 games along the preseason will carry over into the first 10 games. Then after that, then you split it up by 10 game segments. Every coach will tell you that in the NBA. I've listened to plenty of interviews. They break it up into 10 game segments. Can you win for example, football, 16 or 17 game season, there's 18 weeks. They try to go game by game. But since you have 82 games, you try to split it up into every 10 games. Well, how are you going to do? Like Kev said, you want to go 7-3, you want to go 6-5 at least. You like to go 8-2. The thing is, I think the preseason will really help us get to the first 10 games, and then we'll just keep building from there. And 55 games, I think that's a bit of a stretch for me. But
Same
the thing is, you could get on a roll, get on some crazy hot 10-game winning streak like they did last year, earlier in the year, and then you just build off of that. And you never know. If they win over 55 games, I'm coming back to you, Johnny Timing, and I'll admit I was wrong.
Same here, man. I say around like 44, 45, around that. I think New York was around like 44, 45 wins. I do believe we'll make the playoffs. If we're healthy, we're making the playoffs. It's just that we also can look at the Eastern Conference. Miami got better. Brooklyn's still Brooklyn. Milwaukee, they're still the champs. Philadelphia, I understand the whole drama, but they're still deep. Atlanta, that Hawks, we're talking about them almost making the NBA Finals last year. They're gonna be tough. You have Boston, they're not slouch. Charlotte, that's a nice young
And
talent.
also, I wanted to tap on because you talked about the Bulls. I think the Bulls
Chicago.
are going to be much better than the Knicks.
I don't know about
Saying because they have 4 All-Stars in the. I mean 3 All-Stars in that starting lineup that are very underrated. Vucevic is very underrated. Zach LaVine's
yeah.
very underrated. DeMar DeRozan is criminally underrated, and Lonzo Ball is underrated. And Lonzo Ball could take the next step now that he's a primary ball handler again, because for whatever reason they wanted Zion to always hog the ball in New Orleans. Now he's back to his original position. They're going to be a dangerous basketball team.
They can stay healthy.
Kobe White coming off the bench. They got a lot of good options there. Like, just to your point, the whole East has gotten better, not just the Knicks. And I think a lot of teams in the East have gotten better more than the Knicks have gotten better.
Like the Heat, getting Kyle Lowry and Tucker and Markieff Morris. Champions, to your point. The Brooklyn Nets, I understand. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Z. I apologize. I understand.
You're not interrupting, man. I was done. You're good. I just wanted to interject for a bit. Go ahead, G.
No, you were fine. You made some great points. The Bulls will be tough. The Brooklyn Nets, if Durant would have wore a smaller size shoe or cut his toenail, you can argue that they could have gone further than they did. I know it was a what if and it is what it is, but I'm just saying the Brooklyn Nets, one of the deadly offensive teams in the NBA. The Milwaukee Bucks, great defense, especially in the interior, and they're athletic. And the Greek Freak, did you see his jump shot? It's improving a little bit though. Giannis is getting that jumper a little bit. If he can keep working on that, he will be even more dangerous. And yet the Sixers, they're still very, very talented. So again, I do think the Knicks got better, but so did the Eastern Conference. And here's the thing: we have to also worry about health. We talk about the other teams, what about us? Kemba Walker is injury prone. Can he play almost a full season? Can Evan Fournier play almost a full season? Derrick Rose. Those are things we have to consider, though. So that's why I'm saying that if I had to be a betting man, I'm going to say we're between the 5th to 7th seed this season, because I look at the Eastern Conference. I just think that the East just got better. Atlanta got better. Miami got much better. Brooklyn, still Brooklyn. Milwaukee, still the champions. Philadelphia, still very good. Shit, like you said, Z, I don't know about Chicago being that much better than New York. I don't know about that. But I do think that the Bulls will be a tough team if they can stay healthy. You still got the Pacers. Remember, they're in the play. They might have made the playoffs if healthy. Same thing with the Hornets, though. You have other teams out there, so it isn't going to be easy. So if we could just take one game at a time, execute, and play up to our strengths, we'll be fine. But if I had to be a betting man, I'm going to say the Knicks finish around 5th to 7th seed. And that's my guess. And another thing that kills me, I hate it when people call me or other guys pessimistic. This isn't pessimistic. I'm a true Knicks fan, but I got to be a realistic fan. Because, yes, I would love to say, oh, we're going to do this and that, but I got to just look at reality. I just got to just look at what other teams are doing. Because, again, you can't count your chickens before you hatch. It's a process. It's a process. We got to just take one step at a time, baby steps, before we climb up. So if I had to make a guess this season, I say 5th to 7th seed. That's my guess, around that for me.
Yeah, I can see why you mean it's not realistic. You want to keep your expectation even keel, because if you go up there thinking you're going to go in there and you're going to go second seed, and you don't want to be, and even if the Knicks still play really well, and let's say they're 4th or 5th and they're really good, you're like them. You set yourself the bar so high that you feel like they disappointed you. And I get what you mean. I know what you mean. You don't want to pump the brakes. You want to set the bar a little low, so when they make that goal, you start getting newer goals. Let's say right now 17, 20 games left in the season. Knicks are at the 4th seed or 5th, like you thought they were going to be your expectation. Now your narrative and the expectation might change later down the future, because now there's an opportunity for a number 2 seed there. Let's say 4 games out with 20 to go, and now you're like, wait a minute, they're in 5, but the 4th seed, the 2nd seed is like right there because there are a few games. Now you could change your short-term goal. Now you're ready to see what you thought the season was going to be, and they says pleasantly surprised you to a number 2 seed. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm trying to get to your point of view and your narrative of what you're thinking, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes you Gideon. That what makes
Yeah.
you. That's your essence because that's your opinion and that's what your thoughts and what your eyes. And no one should tell you pessimistic or put a label on. Me, folks. That's your opinion. Go ahead, Sid.
Two, even if somebody tries to tell you, you don't give a rat's. You know what
Yeah, I
they,
don't care.
because if they want to sit there and call you pessimistic or whatever, don't pay no mind to it, G Money. I told you that
No.
before. Don't pay no mind to it. You give your opinions. You come on this panel, whatever panel it is. We all know you're a shark when it comes to your basketball. You're great at what you do. Don't
Thank you.
worry about nobody else. Worry about yourself, man. If and as long as you're being true to yourself, who cares? You're being
Thank
respectful. You're
Yeah.
respectful to Bronx. You're always respectful to all of us.
you.
Who cares what anybody thinks, man? That's the internet. They're gonna be a certain way. Kevin always says that's baseball, Susan. Allow me to steal it. That's the internet,
That's
Susan.
fine. No, that's great.
That's
That's
the internet,
phenomenal.
Susan. That's the internet, Susan. Like it is what it is.
Right, and and like you guys said, sometimes we just gotta speak your minds and we shouldn't care if people attack our opinions or not. Because here's the thing, though. Because listen, I don't mind if people have different opinions, but it's just what I believe personally. I can respect your right to believe something, but if the belief, again, I still respect many people like you guys. I love you guys, but this is just me personally, and you guys are entitled to what you think, and that's totally fine by me. But if the opinion doesn't make sense to me, that's just me. I'm not being personal. I may not value it. I may not respect it. That's just me, depending on what it's about. But like you guys said, we shouldn't worry too much about what the naysayers say because, again, I'm not going to let people call on all of us pessimistic or this and that because, we want to have, a realistic goal. We're just going to speak our minds on what the team is doing right, what the team is doing wrong, and see where we go from there. And it's going to be a fun season for not only us Knicks fans, but for a lot of teams, man. For a lot of teams. And I just want to ask you something. I know it's early, and I understand we don't want to go too far ahead, but I'm just asking, what is one NBA Finals? I'm just asking, NBA Finals do you want to see this season? I know it's early, but as of right now, just what's one NBA Finals you guys want to see?
Just because I mentioned them earlier, and because it's the Knicks and Warriors. I don't know why.
Chef Curry and the Big Apple in June.
I want to see Brooklyn and LA because I would love to see the Knicks. The Knicks aren't going to get there, in my opinion. So the realistic one, I want to see LeBron and Melo and Westbrook and all those guys, how they're going to work against KD and Harden and maybe Kyrie. You never know, but I'd like to see that matchup or the Lakers against the Bucks.
For me personally, I'd rather see the Suns versus. This may sound crazy, but this is kind of realistic. Suns versus Heat. How do you think that series returns? Suns versus Heat.
That'd be one for the books.
I thought you were going to say the Magics.
No disrespect. No one wants to watch Orlando. No, man.
Cole Anthony.
I might be covering them, man.
What, the Magic? Like,
well, no, it's Team Money. Slow your roll, man. The Magic are going to be a really good young team.
No,
you have any
good.
idea? I love Jonathan Isaac, Team Money. If there's anything you remember about me, I love Jonathan Isaac.
Right.
Jalen Suggs is in Cleveland, but I thought, or no, he's in Orlando, right?
Yeah, he's in Orlando. Yeah,
he's in Orlando.
I thought he should have been drafted by Cleveland because I thought they were going to get rid of Sexton. But he went to Orlando. Okay, so you have a great problem. You have Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony. You have Jonathan Isaac when he comes back. You have Mo Bamba, who's going to be freed up now that Vucevic isn't there.
Right.
You got to because he was put in a box because of Vucevic being there. No knock on Vucevic. Vucevic is just that good. But now that Bamba's freed up a little bit, it's going to be they have a good young team. I think they're going to be one of those teams. Like, for example, if the Knicks are a fringe playoff team, it just isn't going as well as people thought. And the Magic knocked them out of position to be in that 6th seed, and they end up being in the play-in. Don't be surprised. The Magic are going to be a team that's going to play spoiler, and they're going to be a good young basketball team. And they're going to be great in years to come.
Oh, I agree with that. Years to come, I think Orlando will be a very, very good team because, like you said, they have some good young talent. Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Mo Bamba, if he can stay healthy, Jonathan Isaac. They have some good young talent. I just think it's kind of too early to overhype too early with the Magic. But I'm just talking about my finals prediction. I would not mind the Suns Bucks rematch. I would not mind that. A Suns Bucks rematch. I would not mind that at all. I really won't.
To interject on that Orlando Magic, Wendell Carter Jr. is going to be a rebounding machine for them. Don't forget the emergence of R.J. Hampton,
Mhm.
phenomenal shooter off the wing. I watched him last Sunday against the Spurs. We were me and my wife, and a couple friends who's a Spurs fan. Shout out to Randy, and he watches. And he got us graciously got us into the building to watch the Spurs game. The Magic's Mo Bamba was blocking shots, also shooting a three in rhythm. Wendell Carter was offensive, defensive glass monster, and I was like, I left Cole Anthony. My God, is he gonna want? He wants to be the Magic's closer. Phenomenal. I mean,
He's
they
fearless. Cole
and,
Anthony
Yeah.
is fearless.
and
Yeah.
And
fast
another
and
guy
fast.
that's an I don't know if he's even going to get minutes for the Magic, but me being a huge college basketball fan and Michigan fan, Mo Wagner,
He played
Oh,
well.
Mo Wagner.
along with Franz Wagner.
They play
Mm.
well. Both for play.
Mo
They play well.
Wagner was a machine at the University of Michigan, carried them on his back. And Duncan Robinson was on the team. Iggy was on, Brazdeikis was on the team, and other NBA talent carried. I mean, those guys disappeared in the NCAA tournament, and Mo carried them to a national championship loss against great Villanova team. And he never got a fair shake at the NBA with the drafted by the Lakers.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's true. That's true.
play, and then because of all the vets, and then he got moved to Washington. Didn't really play there because they were a bunch of guys in front of him.
Oh,
In the
sorry.
Magic, and you have Wendell Carter Jr., who's great but hasn't panned out yet, and you have Mo Bamba, great, hasn't panned out yet. Watch out for Mo Wagner. He might steal some minutes. He's very good, stretch big, who can play defense in this league.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree
Mm.
with you on that. That was a good point there because like I said, I saw him on Sunday. I watched, I'm like, whoa, that's gonna be a problem if the Knicks think they're gonna come in because they're the Knicks and they're gonna come to Orlando to win that game. They got a tough one because
Well, speaking of that, the Magic made us disappear last time we were in the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. Orlando always plays
I,
us tough.
I
Orlando
was
always plays
there.
us
Trust
tough.
me, I go to those damn games. I always gotta leave upset that the Knicks lose. I gotta hear the Magic fan, walk around like peacocks, because they beat New York, and it's like, oh God, you all right? Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, you won your Super Bowl, your World Series, your Larry O'Brien beating
Yeah.
the Knicks, beating the Knicks, they get to they get
Now
to
who's
punch the
trashing the
chest.
Magic?
Yeah, right,
We
right,
just,
right.
I'm surprised. BX trashing the Magic. Yes, man. Yes, man. You're from
No, he's just trashing
No,
the Magic fans.
oh
the
Magic.
fans,
The fans.
fans. I'm giving the team and the organization flowers, because they're doing things right there. Although one thing I wish they would have signed, I wish their head coach was Vicky Hammond, but we'll save that for another day. But the current coach they have there, not bad. He did some good substitutions, some good so a little bit of a scouting report. My being myself in the building watching the Magic, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be an up and coming team. They might not put it together this season, but they're going to be a trouble in the Eastern
two,
Conference.
2 to 3 years from now, they will be in
Yeah,
the playoffs. 2 to 3 years from now, they will be in the playoffs. And another team that I'm excited to see for the Charlotte Hornets. Buzz. The Hornets have nice talent. LaMelo Ball, Gordon Hayward. If those guys didn't get hurt, they were going to the playoffs, in my opinion. You have
Oh yeah.
Scary Terry. They lost Devontae Graham to the Pelicans, but Kelly Oubre. I know he can be inconsistent, but I really do think he can help them with athleticism, and occasionally can hit a three. The Hornets have some nice young talent. My other bold prediction: the Charlotte Hornets will be in the playoffs this year.
will or won't?
They will
Okay.
make the playoffs. They will make it. And my other bold prediction: I think the Boston Celtics drop out. I don't think they make it this year. I
I
think
was going to
Boston
ask
will
you.
make it.
I was going to ask you, who do you think from that playoff team will not make it again this year? Who will fall out?
Boston.
Boston. Okay, for you,
Boston.
Z. What about?
Um. Oh man. Oh, there's too many to pick from. Oh my.
That was
Hmm.
They were last year in the playoff. It could be either a 7 seed, 8 seed, or 1 or 2. That and then now you see that I don't think they'll make the playoffs this year.
I really
Washington.
don't.
Washington.
Obviously, yes.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, all right. Just
That's
watching
probably
them
the
there.
obvious one.
Okay, no, that's a good one. I got one,
Okay.
and everyone's gonna be like, "Nah, you crazy." It's the Hawks. Yeah,
Wait. The Atlanta Hawks. Wait. You're
yeah.
telling me
I don't think the Hawks. I don't think the Hawks make the playoffs. I think they'll be ninth. I think they'll struggle. Remember, and you say that. Remember, the head coach. He was Indiana. He came in there. He's not. Meg McMillan is a good coach, but his teams, for some reason, when he stays, something about him, he overstays his welcome. His teams always, with talent, they just
He always loses the locker room.
loses the locker room. Always. And I think that's something that's gonna happen.
You think that's going to happen already, though? Year two?
I won't go fast, but we're
I
talking
don't know,
about team.
man.
I hope you're right. Let's
There's
say
so
that.
many. There's so many talk about getting rid of Cam Reddish. They didn't. John Collins. They waited for last second. They really didn't want to give him a contract, and that's a front office situation. I get
that,
you.
and they wondered why. They got
Sharif
drafted
Cooper.
Sharif Cooper. Yeah, for absolutely no reason. Because Trae Young plays a lot of minutes, rightfully so. So what are you doing drafting Sharif Cooper? It's not like it's a Julius situation where we expected him to be traded, and then that's why you get Obi as replacement. It literally Trae's just led you to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you're drafting a first-round pick as your point guard.
Mm-hmm.
How about getting me more wing help? How about getting me another big? How about getting me, a shooting
They needed
guard?
more size. The Hawks needed more size. How about Capella? If they had more size against the Bucks, they would have been in the NBA Finals last year. They needed DeAndre Hunter against the Bucks, in my opinion. And and also with Atlanta, I do think they'll make the playoffs because I just think they have too much talent not to. But the only thing with the Hawks is health. They just need to stay healthy. Trae Young can get hurt at the wrong time. Remember, he stepped on the referee's foot in Game 3. If he doesn't get hurt, you can argue they would have beat the Bucks. You can argue that. They have some talent. His ankle. His ankle. I'll be honest with you. I honestly think the Hawks would have beat the Bucks if they didn't get hurt. I really believe that because here's why. Atlanta could stretch out Milwaukee. Again, I give Milwaukee credit for them winning the championship. They're in the ring. I'm just saying is that if the Hawks were healthy, I believe they would have beat them because they would have to shooting to stretch out the Bucks. And Milwaukee's kind of a streaky team sometimes. Like I remember in Game 4, they were getting blown out and Trae wasn't even playing. I felt like you have a healthy team with Cam Reddish, Trae Young, Bogey, John Collins, Gallinari, Lou Will, Capella, healthy everybody, Hunter. They would have. I do think they would have went to the NBA Finals. I want to ask you guys this: if they were in the finals, do you think they would have beat the Suns?
No, God, no.
You don't think so?
No way.
You're right.
Clint Capella's a good defender. He's not athletic enough to hold DeAndre Ayton the way he was playing. Chris Paul's way too smart for Trae Young in a 7-game playoff series. Devin Booker is the catalyst.
He would destroy Bogey, yeah.
Yeah, and Jay Crowder would have been able to guard Collins or whoever they wanted him to guard.
That's a good one too. That's a good matchup there.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like doing the whole what ifs thing too much.
No.
I know. I'm just saying. I know. I'm just saying.
It's a new season, so last year's a lot of things happen. You normally don't bring a lot of good things happen a lot of things happen right for the Hawks. So this is why I say, and hey, the receipts are here. If I'm right, I'll definitely you guarantee a butt I'll be playing this 3 hour and 15-minute mark on that with the Hawks not making.
Are you sure it's not?
They're making the playoffs. They're making the playoffs. The Celtics won't make it. I'm sorry. The Celtics is like they have a good roster. It's just that it's chemistry and also the health. I don't trust Boston to stay healthy. Is Jaylen Brown going to play a full season? Is Jason Tatum going to play a full season? Al Horford, he just caught the virus. He's
I don't think he's playing opening night. He'll be on the protocol. Yeah, guys.
So at the same time, though, like to use it against the Knicks, what you just said, G-Money, you can't act like the Celtics, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are a huge health issue when our point guards who make this team a contender are Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose. Like you can't, we can't bank on the Celtics getting hurt or something like that.
I'm not saying they will. I never said they will.
You know what I mean, though. Like that's why I don't think the Knicks are going to be as good as everybody. Like I'm hearing 60 wins. I heard. I've heard as many as 55 wins. Anything over 50 or nuts, other than Johnny Timing, because I don't want him to send the bear after me. But it's just I don't know. I don't see 50 wins for this team at all, let alone 60.
I
People are
feel like
acting like
45.
people are acting like if we got a prime Kemba, a prime D Rose, or at least healthy, guaranteed for 75 games, okay, you can start to talk about getting close to 50. But
Mhm.
we have a lot of injury-prone guys on this team. Is Mitch ever going to be the same for an extended period of time again? Because that broken
Right.
foot. Let me list off the guys real quick that I know of with that
Mhm.
same injury. Yao Ming never came back.
Mhm.
Shaquille O'Neal retired because of it. Des Bryant for the Dallas Cowboys missed 8 weeks and was never the same because he never healed his broken bone. It's such a small bone. Let's see. I mean, we have a lot of injury concerns. We could be that team that falls out of the playoff picture if
Kemba.
everything went wrong.
Kemba
Easily,
can get hurt.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
I see your argument to that.
You made some
You
good
know,
points, Z.
you made excellent points. And one thing I say for the Knicks to be in that upper 49, I got them at 46 to 47 wins.
And that's very smart.
I said like
And
44, 45 for me around that.
And I think, and there's a possibility, like you, to see a path where Johnny Timon's 55 is a possibility, and it's the growth. If RJ Barrett could consistently, I mean, second scorer every night, you're going to get 20 points or 19 points something a game from him, and you're going to get over 20 points from Julius Randle. That's 40 points from the game every night consistently, not that and being efficient. And then your third scoring option could be either anyone at that night that decides to be there. Fournier, like I always told people, Fournier knows how to play that third, fourth
Mhm.
fiddle to a team. He did it in Orlando for many years with Vucevic, going there. And you remember they had Vucevic, they had Gordon, and they had Gordon and
Augustine,
oh yeah,
Ross.
and he knew how to be that third fiddle, third scorer, a third option for the team, and not overstating and stepping on people's toes. He knew how to play that role, and he does that here in New York. But if you could get just your third scorer from and it has to be consistent, and that's what Evan Fournier brings. It's not that inconsistency that Reggie
And
Bullock.
to
Mhm.
add
Yeah,
on, as you know, he's a plus defender. He's not as bad of a defender as some Knicks fans I've heard say that he is. Would you agree with that,
He's
Kev?
a
no,
decent defender, around
He's
decent defender.
no, he's good. He played on the Steve Clifford. He knows how to play defense. The thing is,
True.
he's very underrated because you don't expect him there. He's not that household name that you're thinking there. He's not Mikael Petras. If you have
True.
Mikael
Mikael
Petras
Peach.
skill, yeah,
Yeah, pretty sure.
hey, he's a good friend of mine. Don't
No,
knock him,
no,
man.
no.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying
I
that.
support him. He's a good guy. We
Yeah,
like him. He's a good guy. He's a
I
good guy.
know, but don't
I
knock
just
him.
meant like you just name drop like names I haven't heard in a decade, and
I
I'm like,
know because
holy
but
crap,
he's
he
because I
played.
know because I know Mikael Petras. He lives
And
in
there's so
Orlando,
many
so.
great players that it makes me realize there's so many really great NBA players. I mean, obviously he was great, he was in the league that you just forget existed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no offense to him, but like there's plenty of great players that I forgot existed. Like, what's the dude that he's bounced around the league, averaged 20 points a game for his career and ended with the Lakers.
What team used to play for?
He had the headband. No, he's way out of the league now. He had a lot of off the court
Andrew
issues.
Bynum?
No, Bond never wore a headband. Bond never wore a headband.
Who?
No, Andrew Bond never wore a
No,
headband
not
like that.
mine. This guy was like a 6'6" guard,
Oh,
small forward.
guard.
Anyway,
Mm.
regardless, I'll get the name eventually. But like guys like that are like, oh my god, they were so good. How did I forget it?
Yeah. No. Like, but that's what I'm saying. A fellow Frenchman that with Mikael Petras played a really good defense and didn't, and he shot the three. 20 was a little bit better than it's better than Mikael Petras, and he plays that kind of
Okay.
defense. That's a name that I brought out to comparison if you're talking about Frenchmen. Mikael Petras towards that all that. So salute to Mikael. I haven't bumped into him in quite a little bit, a couple months. Hopefully, I see him around here in the city beautiful in Orlando. But other than that, let's get our final thoughts there since it's 11:05, and I think I got to go to Key West tomorrow. I got to double check with my partner. We're supposed to be going fishing. So give me your final thoughts. So Aziz, and I got you there highlighted there for tonight with the watch along, and talk to me.
My final thoughts were a great win. Good to see the clutch gene showing up in Julius. And I'm just excited for the season. I'm tired of preseason, tired of waiting. I want to see what this new look Knicks looks like in the regular season with all the fans back. I want to see if that's a big thing too with the fans being back in the stands. Are we going to see the same Julius? Are we going to see the same RJ? I'm just excited.
Cool, awesome. Well, G Money, give us our final thoughts, and then I'll close it out and we'll get out of here.
I agree with Z. We just got we got Julius Randle clutch game winning shot. We have a very nice team, but I believe this team will improve from last year. I don't know about 50 plus wins good. I just think that we just got to relax a little bit. But I do think if we can stay healthy, if we can make the right proper adjustments, if we can show trust like we did last year and improvement, I believe this team will make the playoffs. And I can't wait for the regular season starting against the Celtics all the way until we end against the Raptors April 10th. So it's just that we just got to take one game at a time. We just got to trust one another. We don't want to overlook any team. Don't overlook any team. Just come out with the right mentality, execute, play up to your strengths. Don't be scared to fail, and go New York, go New York, go New
Yeah,
York, go New York, go.
Perfect ending.
absolutely, G Money. And then Maria said, I totally agree with you. They can do it. Let's go. Let's go Knicks. So Maria, very into the Knicks like myself, and then Yankees and so forth. I want to end this night thanking everybody listening, everybody that watched, that came in, even if it was for a few moments, and bless the program with your presence, watching and we see. Hope you enjoyed the outcome, the telecast, the entertainment. It started off a little rough because I thought I was calling NBA TV, gave me the game, the first game of the preseason. I'm over here calling it like it was a live accident. I thought, then I froze trying to click off, and it started off rough, but it ended up beautiful. Game winner. I started just like the Knicks, a little rough, but it ended up in beautiful golden fashion. But thanks everybody there in the evening. Preseason is over, so now all the speculation, all the hyperboles, all the it's over. Now the Knicks now to show us now the real deal, what they've been practicing, what they've been all about. Now everything counts. All the speculation and what ifs. All the hours of content that we gave thinking and playing NBA 2K is over. Now now the real deal starts. The main event, the regular season, the marathon of the regular season begins. Now you'll be seeing more of the return of the Knicks program. On the podcast, follow us on Spotify, Anchor FM, all the different audio platforms. If we don't do video, we'll do the podcast just to be something different. Me, I want to be an innovator, always to do something different. What if? I always want to set the bar and not follow the bar and set the barometer. So now we're going to do video as well as podcasting. So you can take it on the go. If you're going on the go, if you're doing on a long trip, if you driving like myself, I'm going to drive to Key West tomorrow. I'll have put the podcast on. And I won't eat much of your battery, and I'll listen to my program again. Maybe I like the sound of my voice, but I like to hear my guys, Chef Dan and Austin, speak about it, about the MMA, and I'll listen to their program again. What can we do better, and see how it sounds like. And I always do at work, and I continue to listen to it. So hear us there. Follow us on Spotify or Apple. Not Apple yet. We haven't gotten into Apple. I'm working on it, but we're on Spotify, Podbean, and all the other different audio platforms. We'll just put Bronx Sports Jedi and all the different episodes, different programs. Not the watch along because you know the outcomes, but always the round table discussions and so forth. So we put that there so you could take it with you on the go and listen to it. If you missed it, and we're gonna have different takes. Dan is and myself and Austin got different podcasts to want to work with and put it on there, and we're going to do a lot of it. So you're going to see a lot of us in different platforms, different area, covering all different part of the markets, being innovative, being something different, being not the same stuff that or copy and paste that you see around us. There's nothing wrong with that. To each is to. But I think I don't want to limit myself. I want to continue to grow. So I want because it all becomes you guys help me grow. Not because I don't feel I'm not no because you give me with your support and your love and your support shows me that I could grow and I'm able to continue growing and striving for excellence. And I wanted you guys that listen and be part of the program, and just not just panelists, but you and the viewers, to also grow with me in excellence. Let's grow together, hand by hand, and let's go continue excelling and getting excellent day by day. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Definitely see you soon. And of course, like we say, may when we do it, may the Knicks be with you. And of course, the first and foremost, may the sports be with you. So this is Bronx Sports Jedi saying, have a good night, many blessings. We'll see you on the next time. Go Go New York, New York. Will keep us informed. Hit that like and that notification. So whenever we do a program live or recorded or video, you guys also hit that get notified to see it and keep supporting us. So we'll play the intro. We'll see you next time.